All right, we're back with the finals,
The grand finals.
and we're joined by. Honestly, wait. Okay, you know what? Redo this.
We do this?
What's up? What's up?
Let's go!
Yo.
Let's go!
Okay, yo, I'm your caster. I'm Sarek, and I'm joined by.
Happy Heart, Alex Happy Heart, we have entered the draft of the first game of the Metro Vancouver Secondary School Esports Association 2019 League of Legends Grand Finals between Windermere Secondary School and Kitsilano Secondary School.
Hosted by the TGS. The gaming stadium is a first of its kind esports stadium in Richmond, BC, Canada. TGS is custom built from the ground up with one purpose in mind: build the best damn place to watch and play your favorite esports. TGS aims to provide a gaming facility that offers a variety of events for a wide range of audiences. Some of the events they host, include tournaments, viewing parties, after-school programs, coaching and training, and community events. Please check them out. They are very great, very good company, great organization. They provide us with the needed computers, all the tech stuff, and now we're playing our finals here.
For sure.
Yup.
Our very generous and benevolent host, the gaming studio. Thank you so much.
And if you guys don't know, there's a lot of talk about hashtag kids win, hashtag kids win, hashtag kids win,
Yes.
hashtag kids win.
Hashtag kids win. The pivotal phrase being repeated throughout the entire tournament from the very beginning of
Yup.
the MVSSEA. So glad to see it has come to fruition here, and they have made their way to the grand finals. Will they take it home today?
But
First,
yeah,
as the first ban phase is coming to an end, I like to see that Windermere is targeting the top laner X Trinity, who is very dominant on these bruiser picks. So they take out the solo lane strength of Kitsilano, and they can play through their bot lane while giving their top side, Windermere's that is, an easy time.
look at that. It's a Heimer pick lane. It's a Heimer pick for the bot lane. The bot,
Right.
the ADC, the player, he plays a lot of Heimerdinger bot.
What I like about this pick is that I'm going to be frank here, and I'm not trying to insult Taquito Boy, the great, prestigious AD carry of Kitsilano, but he will be outclassed by the Diamond 1, William Hi, I'm Fam. So when you pick a mage like Heimerdinger in the bottom lane, you can poke from range, farm from range, and you really diminish the rank difference there by not giving a traditional AD carry matchup to Hi, I'm Fam, who he is really used to, which he got his Diamond 1 rank off of.
And already, Dwarf Destroyer on the Nautilus pick, which is pretty much what he's known for.
His signature support.
Yep, his signature support. If you guys saw the copy pasta, you already know that Dwarf Destroyer 1, Riot had to implement a program that basically 20% of all his hooks basically miss on purpose.
He is just so accurate. He is a mastermind on this Nautilus pick.
Exactly.
You thought about professional players like Do and B on the Nautilus, they don't compare to Dwarf Destroyer 1. This is why these teams are in the finals. Very strong teams for sure.
You see the Ornn pick though.
The Ornn pick for Chaim Price. Definitely the weak side player of Windermere. When you're going to let your star AD carry take control of the game, you just put Chaim Price on this tank who will assist your team. He's going to take a backseat position, and he's going to be up against the Gangplank. Now I was talking about Xtrinity, really a lane-dominant player. He's going to bully with the Gangplank as much as possible. We might see some dives happening top lane, and we're going to see how well I'm Price can absorb the pressure there into the second ban phase now.
I really like the Mordekaiser pick. Even though that Gangplank is picked top, it could be flexed basically into the mid lane.
You're right, you are right.
And basically they do have the traditional AD carry, basically Uzi playstyle of Royal, never give up,
Yeah.
RNG. And basically if they just put all the resource into High on Fam, he's gonna run rampant and just destroy Kids win here.
Very correct.
But Mordekaiser just selects R, that's gonna force the QSS at least. 1,300 gold, that's pretty big. That's like a BF sword.
That takes an item slot too, something that Chaim Fam might not want to itemize for. Something I'm interested to see is that...
Wait, oh my goodness! It's the 604
no
funnel!
way.
It's the
No
604
way.
funnel! Oh my goodness.
Whispers and rumors about this secret comp that Windermere has been cooking up has finally come to light in the finals, in the grand finals of the MVSSEA championship. for viewers at home. If you are unsure how this team composition runs, you might be confused about the double smite happening. What happened is that Taric assists the Kassadin throughout the entire early game, scratch that, throughout the entire game to devour everything on Summoner's Rift. And he gets him so fed that Kassadin becomes a god on the map and he cannot be stopped. The invincibility granted by Taric's ult and the mobility and raw damage that Kassadin has in his own kit, it makes him unstoppable.
Yep.
The Kled mid maybe is a good counter.
It's not good enough though. I don't think so.
We'll have to see how Kitsilano plays this out. If they're able to, they have some good early power in the Kled, in the Gangplank, and the Jarvan to maybe shut this down before it scales into infinity, because that's what Kassadin does. If you let the game go too long, Kitsilano, you will be crushed by this 604 funnel. You see it in his name. The star jungler of Windermere, Steven 604. An incredible mastermind jungler who is able to match the UBC junglers. Challenger. He has a challenger backpack, IE is his name. He can match the SFU jungler. He is really a raw talent. And now, how about as we wait for the spectator delay to run out, let's run down our game predictions for this grand finals.
I think, honestly, Kids win, yo, Kids win!
Kids win, Kids win?
Kids win!
What match score do you predict?
I honestly think, no, it's Windermere. It's Windermere. Honestly, because of this, I feel like they're going to get so thrown off by the funnel strat that they're actually going to be like, they don't know what they're doing, and they're going to be like, oh, damn, we lost, right? Because they're not prepared for this. Like, I'm not sure if they ever, if they ever scrimmed against this. Yes. And then they're going to lose to this game. It's going to be 1-0 for free, basically, right? And then after that, they're forced to ban either Kassadin or Taric. I think Taric, but if they do that, then they could just put on maybe another support champion, possibly. But it forces an important ban next game. But if they lose, then they have another try at this. And it's super strong. If they can pull this off, it's gone. It's GG's. This game is for Windermere's. That makes it a one. At least they get a game off of this, pretty much.
Yes.
And that's going to, maybe they can snowball that win. And, maybe, Kitsilano will, their morale dies. They start getting tilted a bit. And off of that, they could just snowball and get a 3-0. But, for sure, they're winning this first game, I'm pretty sure.
It is very much a mental game. If Kitsilano does not have IMF, and I'm not talking about the International Monetary Fund, but impenetrable mental fortitude, if you can sustain through a crushing loss from this really, honestly, disgusting funnel strategy, then you can keep through the series and power through. A best of 5 is a marathon, not a sprint. And honestly, for my match prediction, Kitsilano fans will not like this, but I am going to have to predict a Windermere 3-0. You have a superstar Diamond 1, William Hyam Pham on AD carry, and really the mastermind, Steven 604 jungle. These are two of the strongest, most dominant roles in League of Legends in the game state right now. And that's where their strength lies. The strength of Kitsilano, unfortunately, is in their solo laners. Okra99, I'm surprised he's not on the Jace, which was not banned out, which is peculiar to me. 100 games in ranked solo queue, 60% win rate. Truly a superstar on the Jace. Absolute Chad. Yep. What a great man.
They're what I think of when I see Kitsilano is basically Okra99. That's the star player. But when you see Windermere, I see two. Either you go through the jungle, and then you look at Steven 604, or we look at Hyam Pham. This is what the traditional ADC pop off. But I want to point to something really smart. Kitsilano banned all the junglers, and they first picked Jarvan in the first pick, right? First pick phase. That left Taric open.
That is why they went for the funnel when Steven's champion pool was pinched. This is a smart decision. I would like to point out that Snorlaxatives, the jungler of Kitsilano, is essentially autofilled. He is a support main. They have 2 support mains on this Kitsilano team, and unfortunately, he had to be relegated to jungle duty. So naturally, he is not the most familiar with this role. He may be outclassed by the jungle main, Diamond 2, 70% win rate on all his champions, Steven 604, but he is taking a backseat support role this game with the Taric.
Yep.
Just propping up his Kassadin funnel mid lane.
Oh my goodness, look at the invade though. They're stacking up into the bot lane, but it's gonna spot out about Hyam Pham. He's gonna, oh my goodness, that could be.
Not window shopping.
Oh, the juke! But that's gonna be flash. That's gonna be flash. That's gonna be a flash though.
545 on the William Pham flash.
Wow. That was incredible juke. But that was just so many hooks. Like you have to be forced to flash after that. If Clyde gets that pull, then it's kind of like it's a GG. It's a first blood going over to one of the members on Kitsilano. But wow.
That's a very creative invade from Kitsilano for sure. They must have practiced this. You usually see people going straight through the jungle, but through bot lane and dodging all the vision of the bot lane tower. Very creative, and I like that. Now hopefully we see for Kitsilano the Jarvan camping the bot side. A flashless Kai'Sa has no more mobility to escape a gank. And you also have setup from the Heimerdinger stun, the Morgana Q.
Damn, look at that clear though. That just putting 4 people on 1 buff. Wow, that's incredible like speed.
The Kassadin and the Tark are going to move fast around the map, already on the Krugs.
And Kled, not enough. His pushing power is just not there until he gets the time at.
The Tiamat, yes.
It's not there. And then like, wow, look at the top lane though. First he bought a refillable. That's pretty smart.
That is quite interesting. I'm not too sure about the Ornn builds, but we have to keep in mind his passive. Maybe he's looking for an early purchase while in lane.
Oh, the early gank though. The hook! Oh my goodness!
With no flash is saved by support.
Oh, but that's first blood going over to the Morgana though. It's on the Morgana though. It is on the support.
400 gold there. And we have to remember that as support items have changed, you don't use that gold to purchase the second upgrade to the support item. That comes through the passive quest alone. So yes, you will get perhaps boots, an early fairy charm, but yes, it's not worth so much on the support. But very smart, yes, by the Jarvan to capitalize on the flashless Kai'Sa. Strangely enough, they get the Nautilus instead. Still, a kill is a kill.
But look at this. Look on the minimap. Look at how many camps that Jarvan has cleared, and compare that to the Kassadin, and what do you call it? And Tarek.
Yes.
They completely cleared the thing. Kled is only up 5 farm. But also remember that the jungle camps give more CS, more gold overall.
And they respawn much faster. So compared to how it used to be before the preseason patch, funnel has changed a little bit. You're killing a lot more camps because the respawn timers are, if I recall correctly, a minute faster.
Pretty much, yeah. They increased it overall, but right now, like, look at the goal. Anyways, already with the is it Stalker's Blade, I think? The blue smite. Yeah, and he's gonna keep on power farming. After that, he's gonna keep on farming and farming and farming. Kled is a really good like bruiser. Like he gets like whenever you want to play Kled, is to dominate the lane. But there's no lane to dominate.
Yes. So what I think the Kled's game plan becomes is to hit 6 as fast as possible, and with his ultimate, roam to the side lanes. Try and accelerate your early lead as much as possible using that Kled ultimate so that you don't let the Kassadin scale into late game, because that really is just a death sentence for Kitsilano right here.
Oh, they have 3 members in the river though. And Kled's right there. Wait, he's gonna go in? No, he's not. He's not. He sees it.
Kled is a strong early game skirmisher, but you don't want to be taking that 1v3. No.
But look how much farm there is in the mid lane. That's all for basically. Now Tark's gonna hit level 2 or something. Wow. Wait, the Q bind. Wait a second. But the ignite. Wait, oh my goodness. The last tick of ignite burns the Keto Boy, and that's gonna be a 1-for-1. But that is a kill on the Heimerdinger though. That's not going over to the Kai'Sa.
Action in the top lane too.
And there's not much
the alcove here.
There's not much that he can do.
Dwarf Destroyer has to contend with the lane. Maybe set up a freeze for Heim Pham here. Who, yes, we're just seeing the constant push by the Heimerdinger into Kai'Sa, who cannot do much in this lane. Saw he was left to 1v2 and got caught out by the Heimerdinger stun into Flash Morgana Q. I respect that commitment, the trust between the teammates that could get the kills.
Pointing out to the items right now, Kai'Sa is actually only a pickaxe and a mana crystal. But if you think about that, that's almost like around maybe 1.2k, right? It's only at like 100 behind the the Lost Chapter that
That's right.
Heimerdinger has. So it's not that much of a big gold difference. And right now, if you see, he does have a little bit, High Fam does have a little bit of a CS lead right now, but they're looking to get this early dragon right now, and no junglers around for Windermere, and that's going to be an early dragon pickup for Kits.
No contest from Windermere.
It is only an Ocean Drake though, so.
Only an Ocean Drake. It's, I would argue, very nice for the Gangplank and the Heimerdinger who want to stay in lane and use a lot of their spells. Going to be running low on mana, just allowing them consistent spam with that.
It's not mana though.
It's not mana?
It's just health now.
I'm wrong. Health. Sorry, my game knowledge is poor. That's my bad.
Oh, lands the bear trap on a rope, but not going into that, obviously.
Now, I want to point out, you might notice that the Taric is level 2. The reason for that is that jungle camps do not share XP. It is only the person who kills the camp that gets the experience. So yes, Taric is a very under-leveled. Do not fear, Windermere fans. This is how the funnel This is how the funnel works. Trust in the process, unless Kitsilano is able to continue pushing their early advantage.
But like that, if you look at like once the Kassadin getting pulled back, Guardian gonna diminish some of that damage though. But if it's like once Kassadin is able to solo clear the camps with relatively being healthy, that means Taric can hold the mid lane, and he's gonna get EXP off of that after that. If I'm mistaken or no, like is that how you play the 604 funnel or no?
I'm not too sure, honestly. I'm just going to give you the benefit of the doubt and say you're right. Something else I want to point out is that, other than what we talked about, another really great benefit, actually, of the 604 funnel is that when Taric gets his support item completed... Hold that thought.
Yeah. The flash! But is the flash enough? That's so much damage coming out with the heal into the... He leveled up at that exact moment, and that just gave him a slight bit of health advantage right there. And High on Price just backs off, being scared off of that health regen that he got.
Both ultimates expended in that fight, but X-Trinity blowing the flash as well. These ultimates are a very long cooldown. I believe Gangplank's level 1 is 180 seconds. That's as much as a barrier cooldown. It is almost a mini summoner spell because it is such a powerful global ultimate in itself.
But X-Trinity did burn his flash to make that play. That's a flash for nothing, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Price still is his.
Kassadin looking quite low. Dismounted. The exhaust is being dropped. Would that be enough? That's a lot of damage being dropped right now. Will he live? He does live! Oh my goodness!
The 1v2?
That looks like to be a double kill. That's a double kill coming out to Kled with the bear trap, with going from dismount back to remount. And, oh my goodness, and outplaying. And that's going to be a double kill picked up by Kled. Looking so strong right now.
We've been talking about how difficult it is to shut down the 604 funnel, but that is definitely how you do it. A perfect play by that Kled there. Okra99, we've been hyping up this star player of Kitsilano, and he is showing up today at the grand finals.
Damn. Oh, I saw the Kassadin, and when he went for the E, it went the opposite direction of where Okra99 was.
And there his mana is gone.
Yeah.
What can he do? Taric is level 3.
There's not much he can do. No R, no R. Like, this funnel strat is really strong once Taric does hit 6, but he's nowhere near that right now.
And that's going to make them struggle a lot. Just really a double kill for nothing if you're looking from Windermere's perspective.
And look at that. They're already looking to take down turret platings from the Kled. Wait, Kled's starting to roam towards the Rift Herald, though. That could be a free Rift Herald pickup.
This does make sense. With how weak the 604 funnel is early game, Kitsilano is right to focus these objectives early. 2 Rift Heralds are spawning. They've secured the first, and I want to see them get the second, provided Kassadin has not scaled up too strong by that point.
But mind you, Kled is strong in the early and the mid, but Kassadin starts it starts to roll into a snowball once he does hit like the level 11, the all power spike, ultimately way more mana, getting even more like damage and stuff. Like if Kled can match that, then yes, it looks like it's Kitsilano's game in the bag. But if Kassadin just gets out of control, it's pretty much GG. They have like 4 squishy guys except for Kled, basically.
Yes.
Many of them are not very tanky.
I want to see the potential magic damage itemization coming out of Kitsilano, but you do also have to contend with a Kaiser, remember, who is going to be dealing quite a bit of AD damage, so in a bit of a pickle here if it does get to late game for Kitsilano. I suppose I would see a lot of Mercury Treads coming out. First items completed for the bot laners here.
already 100. Oh, look at the CS lead though, coming out from Cassidy. Basically up 23 right now. Clyde does have 2 turret plating kills, so I think that evens out pretty much. He does have double kill also. So that's that.
The 150 gold bounty, if that grows, you have to be careful with that because you cannot hand over anything to Windermere at this point.
Oh my goodness, wait, the binding lands and that's gonna chunk him out for more than 50, around 50% I mean. But looking at the top lane right now, it's such a tough matchup. Once that Gangplank gets a lot of mana, it's gonna spam Q and Q, getting those procs
And
up.
the corrupting potion. The Ornn is not gonna have a good time, but being the good weak side player he is, he does have a CS lead, this Ornn. He just has to chill and have faith in his team. That's his role this game, and probably his role for the rest of the turn.
Oh, he's going in. Wait. Oh, the turret does not. Wait, he's going in with the Ornn Horn. The knock-up. That could be a lot of damage. Wait, he heals up. Look at the damage. Ooh, that's so much damage coming out from the GP with the true damage on his passive, and so much like he gets so much off of like the grass procs, his healing. He just heals it back all right.
Almost looked like a winning fight for High and Price there by Xtrinity turning it, looking actually like deja vu from the last little skirmish they had up there. Oh,
wait, looks like they're going to dive. The Kled R is coming down, and he lands on the flash, and that's going to be another kill picked up. And looks like High and Fan got nowhere to go. Wait, could he outplay this though? Wait, that could be. Oh, and that's a 2-for-1.
Almost a perfectly clean dive.
Wait,
Meebred on the top side of the map.
That's a flash. But it looks like they got the Tarkle. He's gonna look to go in. Does he have enough? He's taking up all that damage from the turret. That's so much. Wait, is he gonna turn it around?
Having to flash out. Very low health bars.
Miscommunication, actually. Looks like they just didn't have enough. First of all, hasn't gotten to level 11 yet, so that R is pretty long cooldown. Surprisingly, like 6 seconds, which is pretty long when you want to chase someone as fast as GP when he procs his barrels.
Kassadin's ultimate cooldown scale from 5 at level 6 to 3.5 at level 11 to 2 at level 16. If you have a 2-second, basically flash ultimate at level 16, that's what you're looking for. But he is nowhere near that at this point, and that is why the dive failed so hard. But meanwhile, a really clean dive for the most part from Kits on the bottom lane. Getting the double kill, only losing their AD carry. Not too big a deal. And they're getting the first towers of this game. I believe that Kitsilano got the second dragon of the game while we were talking about a top lane fight as well.
Yes, I'm pretty sure they got the Infernal.
Infernal,
yep.
Yes.
But, looks like bot lane and top, they're just holding their lanes pretty well for Windermere. And we're just looking to, we're just focusing on like basically the casting and what's gonna happen. Yep. It's not that bad because Kai'Sa is pretty strong once it hits late game, and
almost 2 items.
Yep. And they're not losing too hard early game.
Yeah. You see 4K gold lead for Kitsilano. You might think Kitsilano is a strong team. They have this in the bag with the lead they have now, but hold that thought.
That's a tanky target, but that could be enough damage. Oh, but the heal comes back. Bear Trap on the rope lands onto Cassidy. Oh, doesn't pull back though. But that's going to be a huge chunk of HP gone for Tark. Tark is only level 7 right now, and Tark 99 is basically 4 levels up. That's going to be a lot of damage. He doesn't have much armor, doesn't have much MR. He's starting to get health now.
Definitely tanking up here with the items. I would really like to give props to Kits for pushing such a good early lead, getting this early advantage that they needed to get. Most teams unfamiliar with the 604 final.
Oh, wait, nice. Oh, but he lands the first hit of D. That means it's gonna be a kill with the D-mount Q. Pistol is gonna do a lot of damage, but wait.
Can he get the remount?
He is.
Ooh. Supported by his team.
Oh, and now it's gonna lockdown. Wait, the Ornn Horn's coming down right now, but he's locked out. That's gonna be. A 4-man Tark. That's gonna be a cleanup. Oh my goodness, wait. CX by TT is super strong right now. Oh no, but he's caught out. That's a lot of damage coming out.
Not used. 5-for-1 in the favor of Kitsilano, just rolling the rift here.
I saw that Tark E, and I thought that was going to turn around because he landed a 4-man stun there.
Exactly, but he just didn't use the ult. Was there any silence that happened? I don't think Kitsilano has a silence that would have stopped him from using the ult. Just poor decision-making from Windermere's secondary school. And the scaling doesn't matter from them if Kitsilano is going to destroy the early game this hard. 9,000 gold up at 15 minutes in. Windermere has to be getting desperate at this point because turtling is not working for them.
But that's what they do well.
It's what they do well.
Yup. I played against them. We played with them. Both us, and we know that they are really great at turning around these deficits.
The comeback team for sure.
Yes.
Both these teams have their, I would argue, opposed strengths. Kitsilano is known for being a strong early game team, featuring picks such as the Draven, the Jace, the Gangplank, these early powerhouses, and they snowball that well. That is why they are here today at finals.
But Windermere also a very solid team. Like their early game is pretty solid, but their late game is basically what they're known for.
That is where they shine for sure.
Yep.
And so it's just that balance between who plays to their strengths better. If Windermere can hold out for just a little longer, they might be able to turn this game as we've seen them do so many times.
I just want to point out how much even though Kled's basically up 5 kills and 4 assists. There's actually Tark goes down, gets a kill onto the oh my goodness, but the casting looks like it's gonna pop off right now. That's a lot of damage, but oh my goodness. Yeah, all this damage coming out from Kitsilano, it's just not they're just too Windermere's too weak right now. They're just not strong enough. They're not able to take fights like this. And they come out. Kitsilano comes out with a 1 for 3.
Exactly, 3 dragons now for Kitsilano. Every time we think this could be the time Windermere turns it, this could be the fight, but it is not. The Kled continues to pop off. He continues his spree of dominance, and he keeps going.
Wait, that's going to knock up though. Will this be enough damage? Flashes in for it, gets the root down, and flashes in. Looks like he's going to get
too greedy.
That's not it. And
No.
1,000 gold going over to the Nautilus.
The Nautilus, though, what is he going to do with 1,000 gold? You want that to go to the Kaisa, the Kassadin. Nautilus is going to buy Zeke's Convergence? That's not going to do much. That is very tragic for Windermere.
They wanted the kill to go over to one of the damage carries. But at that moment, High on Fam was very low. He could have died to another auto, so it was like a do or die.
It had to be done.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the Megamind play from Okra99 saying, I have too much of a bounty, and I'm scared to give it away to a carry, so I'm going to give it to the Nautilus. Maybe he's that much of a 5-head. I can't be sure. But as Baron is spawning in 2 minutes, Kitsilano is strong enough that they could force pressure around it.
But looking at this right now, Kassadin has completed Archangels right now, and he's looking to stack it up.
If he gets to the Seraph's Embrace, that could be very good. I want to see him get the Sorcerer Shoes, a really strong item. 18 Magic Pen for just 800 more gold is very powerful, and I don't see much magic resist itemization coming out from Kitsilano. The Mercury Treads on the Kled.
If he gets a Lich Bane also, that's going to be super strong.
There's a lot of really good power spikes available to the Kassadin, but he has to get his hands on some gold, some items. The power farming has not proven to be enough so far.
He does have 173 right now, though. That's not too bad. And he is behind a level, though, but this is Kassadin we're talking about.
Yep.
And basically, he is the threat of Windermere.
For sure.
As they watch him slowly just stack up his strengths, and there's not much that Kitsilano can do unless they just close up the game right now.
Oh, they should. If I'm Kitsilano, I want to put my eyes on Baron. You have the Heimerdinger, the Gangplank, the Jarvan. They have so much zone control around this objective.
Oh, wait. Oh my goodness. And the Tark E onto the Kassadin actually misses. Miscommunication or misplay right there coming out from both the Tark and the Kassadin. Not coordinating their teleport stun thing.
Yeah.
And tower actually going down.
You have to question now how practiced these Windermere players are on the 604 funnel, looking shaky this game for sure. But Kitsilano is a very strong team. They might not have faced such resistance to this composition before. Interesting to see both teams playing around the bot side when the big purple worm is up on the other side of the map.
Looks like they're already walking towards it.
Windermere must know. We saw Dwarf Destroyer 1 pinging in the chat that it was spawning soon, and this is where our eyes turn.
But that Gangplank, everyone on Kitsilano's side is starting to become super strong. Look at that Gangplank stacking up crit. Kled just being Kled. And And Heimer going for an early Rabadons, actually.
He has that much confidence. I actually really like that because when you look at the damage mix of Kitsilano, they have 3 attack damage.
And being caught out, that's a 3-man. That's a 3-man Cataclysm, and that's going to be 1 dead Taric. And that's a, that's not enough. That knockup is not going to be enough. And looks like they're going in for the High-End Fam. High-End Fam's getting caught out. Nice knockup, though, by the Orn. Orn's being knocked down, though. It's going to knock up 2 people. And that's going to be 2 people stunned up by the Morgana, though. Oh my goodness. And that's a, wow, look at that damage coming out. That's going to be 1 easy Q. Oh, not enough, not enough. Gets a Q, though. That's
X-Drinker. No way. Still in the base. He's going to get the remount.
He gets a remount. Oh my goodness. Gets a stun though. Knock up. That's me. That's 1 dead person. Okay. But the Baron's gonna be dropped? It's a Baron drop? No, it's not. They're so low on health that they had to back actually. Not
a really scrappy fight that looked a little shakier for Kits. And we're getting closer and closer to that Kassadin pop-off. But honestly, this game has just been a highlight reel for the Kled. Running these fights. So incredible. But I'm afraid his time in the spotlight may be running out. He's hit 2 items, but how much stronger is he going to get? The mid-game-centric champion, it is as bruisers go. He's going to start falling off relative to the Kassadin now. We've been saying that, but we wonder how many more surprises they have up their sleeve to win these fights.
The Binding Locks, oh my goodness, and that's been 1 dead Kassadin. Too greedy with that play.
You don't travel without your Taric. That's not how the funnel works. And now, this is the Dragon Soul for Kitsilano.
Yeah, that's going to be very dangerous. Especially for someone like Morgana, for someone like Heimerdinger, that like can RW, get the rockets even faster. Something like even like Gangplank, use the R and move even faster. And they're looking towards the Baron right now, and that is very dangerous with a 10-second left on the death timer for
Has no teleport.
Yep.
They're not doing it that fast. Potential for a steal,
but they're too far behind. Look at that.
They're not going to contest this. The question becomes, does Windermere, are they able to stall out for 3 more minutes? 3 minutes and 30 seconds to let this Baron die. Windermere got no dragons this game. They have to rely on the Kassadin and the Kassadin alone. You see that Kled has the mod on Mordius. It becomes very difficult. I never thought I'd be saying this.
Wow, look at those Baron power minions just crashing to the wave now.
Windermere is definitely in trouble here.
Look at that. And they're just looking to take down the turret. And that's so much damage from both like the passive off of Gangplank and just the broad damage of just all of Kitsilano right now. And they're just running it. They're just running it down.
That's right. Kitsilano doesn't even need a multi-lane push, which is the
Stun doesn't land though.
As I was saying, the standard when you have Baron is to push multiple lanes at once and make the waves crash the towers at the same time so that you pressure the defending team as much as possible. But because they are so strong, they could just run down the mid lane, and Windermere could not put a stop to that.
Looks like they're looking to stack up again. 5 people with Baron, and oh my goodness, those rockets just chunking out High-End Fam for 40% of his HP.
There's very minimal lifesteal, and he's already at half health.
And like, he doesn't even have his Muramana stacked right now. He's basically behind the whole item compared to someone like the Heimerdinger. Because that item is not good unless it's stacked. Muramana is basically useless until you stack it up, until it becomes an actual item.
Exactly. High-End Fam really struggling to hit his power spikes this game. 24 minutes in and the Kai'Sa is not yet online. I'd like to point out the Kassadin does have his Seraph's Embrace. Is this finally it? Is this when the Kassadin comes online?
I don't know.
Quite late, and a lot of irreversible damage has been done to Windermere. What with the Cloud Soul going over, the Baron going over, the inhib gone in the mid lane and in the bot lane. Yeah, one last lane standing, and I wonder how long the Baron is to last for Kitsilano. Can they make it happen? All 3 inhibitors down?
Oh, Orin is going down with the R. Knocks up 1, the Jarvan, but doesn't get the second knockup though. Oh my goodness, the Kled just going into the back lane right now. And what about the Kassadin though? Is he putting down damage? I can't see it, but he does kill someone. That's a 3.
Kassadin drops.
That's a 2 for 2. Oh my goodness, gets a remount though. That's gonna be a.
The fight is even.
High-End Fam though, it gets dropped. That could be game. That could be game. Wait, High-End Fam
is unstoppable. Triple kill.
Oh my goodness, and that's a quadra kill. And the clutch just pops off with the Baron.
The minions are in the base. They
No,
end the
looks like that's
game here.
Looks like that's game.
Game 1 going over to Kits, a commanding performance from the star player, Okra99 on the Kled. He doesn't need his Jace to win these games for his team, shutting down the funnel of Windermere secondary.
And you can hear the cheers of the Kitsilano school right now, and they're very hyped for this game right now. 1-0 going over to Kits. Wow. That's honestly, we thought that the funnel would be unstoppable, but just look at the gold lead.
How wrong we were.
Yeah, look at the gold lead. 3K over the Gassadin for Orca99. And that is going to be game 1 going over to Kits.
The Kits win dream is alive.
Yep, and we'll be back with another game after a short intermission.
I am Alexander Happy Heart Liu
And here we are back at the gaming stadium.
for Game 2 of the Grand Finals.
Windermere versus Kitsilano.
I'm absolutely livid.
Kitsilano 1-0 in the series right now, shutting down the funnel strategy of Windermere in dominating fashion. We're seeing the same bans coming out.
Heimer being taken.
Heimer being taken away this time. You didn't hear me earlier because my mic was off. My name is Jordan Tang. I'll be replacing Samuel Park, and we're back at the gaming stadium.
That's right. I like the Heimerdinger ban from Windermere because it just makes Taquito Boy too safe in the bot lane. What Windermere wants to do with Haim Pham, one of the star players of Windermere, is to dominate through the bot lane. Bot lane, a very strong role in this meta, and if you can win lane, you can win the game through your AD carry.
Yeah, basically. What went wrong at the first game, in your opinion?
What went wrong for Windermere? All they have to do in the early game is just sit back and chill.
And survive.
But they were looking for fights way too hard. Top lane dives that went awry, that they were trying to match from Kitsilano. It just seemed they didn't realize that Kitsilano had the early agency just in their champions kits to go for those early plays. And when you're Kassadin, level 6, no items under your belt, you cannot do that.
Yeah.
So we see that Kitsilano has not even banned the funnel out because they won so commandingly.
They're not scared of it at all, basically.
So we'll see if Windermere takes the challenge and says, okay, it was just an unlucky game.
Maybe they'll try
and
it
we'll run it again. Or if they believe that Kitsilano is just too good against the funnel strategy as a team. It is true that Kitsilano is a very strong early game team, we have been saying. And you can see it in their picks. Their mid laner at Jace main, their AD carry, very strong on the Draven, but we haven't seen him this tournament. Perhaps not confident against the Diamond 1 Haim Pham.
Or perhaps he's saving it for later, just as a surprise pick. Here we see an Aatrox being picked up, another dominating top laner. Instead of the Gangplank this time.
X-Trinity, the Kitsilano top laner, he really likes these bruiser picks. He likes to play a lane dominant style as a top laner. Just the classic, what do we have? Aatrox, Gangplank, these kinds of picks. I think interesting to note for Windermere is the Ezreal pick in the bottom lane. Honestly, they still have the option to go for the funnel strategy. They have not picked their mid laner or their jungle. And what this Ezreal and Shen pick does, actually, it sets up these weak side lanes that can survive in the laning phase.
And after that, you could just funnel onto your main damage dealer, do a lot of damage with the Shen ult on top, and perhaps some support as well.
Shen is one of Haim Price's signature picks.
Very good at that champion.
The global ultimate, this champion is so strong and competitive for that reason. If you take teleport, you essentially have 2 teleports on that champion. And
Kassadin getting banned away as the last ban. Very smart. Making sure that they can't commit to that. But also the Kled ban coming in as well from Windermere Secondary School.
That's actually strange for me to see from Windermere that after the Kassadin is banned, you
Now
would
they
think
take
the
it
funnel is
away.
dead, and they still banned the Kled away. I believe, personally, so my opinion may be different from Windermere's, but I think the Kled only threatens the funnel. If you pick strong early game champions in response to the Kled, because you can when you're not tied to the funnel,
Do you feel like it can abuse Kled instead?
yes, the Kled is not that much of a threat. Kled is a great threat against the Kassadin. We saw it expressed by Okra99 very well last game.
1v2 against Kassadin and Tarek in the mid lane. That
Beautiful
was
play.
Amazing.
Dr. Mundo. Are we sure where this champion is going, where we already have the top laner picked, maybe in the jungle?
One of these 3 are jungle.
You actually have a very tanky comp coming out from Windermere Secondary.
But let's see who deals the damage. Is it going to be Syndra? We see everything being covered right now. Lots of
Syndra.
control mages. Here comes the assassins and a colleague locked in.
I kind of like Windermere's team comp. In the face of the Caitlyn, the AD carry role is what is traditionally supposed to deal with tanks, and when you pick Caitlyn, she is one of the weakest tank shredders. So we're going to have to see how Kitsilano tries to deal with this really beefy comp. Weaker in the early game, as was Windermere's comp last time, but
Mordekaiser being locked in, that really strengthens the rest of the comp out. Pretty tanky, pretty beefy. Still lots of AP damage, so it's not just focused only on the Morgana.
The styles are very different from last game. No funnel at all.
Yeah, very
Also,
standard.
Much less early power. Mordekaiser mid lane is not something you see very often. Usually in the top lane is where that champion resides.
Basically, but now we see it in mid lane versus an Akali. Who do you think wins that matchup?
I think the Akali has the early lead, just with her Q and passive are such a strong trading combination. But once Mordekaiser gets some tankiness, some magic resist,
Yeah.
Akali cannot burst that champion, and that's where her strength lies, in assassination, as the champion's role were. We're gonna have the 3-minute spectator delay now.
Sounds pretty good.
Can we talk about the win conditions of each team? Who outscales who? Who has the early
Gladly.
game advantage?
I feel like Kitsilano easily has the early game advantage, having strong ganking potential with Jarvan, Aatrox being able to make plays, Caitlyn and Morgana just like pushing the lane.
Oh yes, that's a very
bullying
strong
very
2v2.
hard. So they'll hopefully take over the early game.
Yeah.
Hopefully have more map control and then just stronger wards in the enemy jungle.
Yes, we want to see plates taken by Kitsilano, the dragons taken, the Rift Heralds taken, all in the early game. But then once Windermere starts getting some tank items, it might get difficult for Kitsilano.
Things
So
could easily change depending on how the game goes in the early game. Whether which side gets kills and which side doesn't.
quite similar to last game. Will we see Kitsilano just run down Windermere from the start, or does Windermere put up more of a fight this time? I keep saying no more funnel.
But yeah, no more funnel. Not for this game, at least. So in the second game, we have an actual mid laner going mid and an actual jungler going jungle. Do you think they're able to step up to the task of beating Kitsilano's mid and jungle?
I'm not too sure. We have to pay attention to the rank differentials here, because in the mid lane, CXY on the Akali, he is the lowest ranked player, one of the lowest ranked players in this tournament. Platinum 4 versus the Diamond 2 Mordekaiser. That is a very big difference in skill. And I'm not looking, if I'm Windermere, to win lane in the mid lane, but just to survive, which isn't so fitting for the Akali, who wants to make things happen in the early game. I'm not sure
Exactly.
who she's going to be able to assassinate. The black shield from the Morgana makes this difficult.
The knockups from Jarvan and everything. And just running into Aatrox at any point just brings doom. But hopefully she's able to do the best with what she has. With a more early game focused champion, she could rack up a lot more CS than the Mordekaiser, hopefully. And as long as she doesn't get ganked, I think she's in a good position.
That's right here. Now, we also have the Mordekaiser ultimate that we have to consider. When we have these big fights, who do you think would be the priority target for Mordekaiser to ult away? Because if anyone gets fed on the side of Windermere, Mordekaiser always has that option, assuming there are no QSSs built from Windermere.
Usually I'd say it would be either Ezreal or Akali, but in this particular situation, I'd say I would, if I were the Mordekaiser, I'd ult the Mundo. Basically because I know that with Jarvan, with Caitlyn, and with Morgana, they can all deal with Akali eventually if they work together, and Ezreal won't be much of a threat if Mundo's gone.
Here we are entering Game 2,
At the gaming stadium,
Grand Finals. Windermere versus Kitsilano. Kitsilano 1-0 in the series. We're going to load onto the Summoner's Rift in just a moment.
now we can see the runes. Conquer for both Aatrox and Mordekaiser.
Very strong
None on the
healing
side of
moves.
WSS.
I'm going to like to see some healing reduction. Maybe, no, yes. Executioner's Callings to deal with the Mundo's healing from his ultimate.
Yep. And Akali's healing as well has been pretty big, especially once you get to Hextech Gunblade.
Note that she doesn't have no Conqueror. Electrocute is interesting to see. That means she is looking to burst her targets, but it is difficult to burst the Mordekaiser, who has his W for shield and healing. Just an innately tanky champion. Starting the door in shield too.
This time we see High on Fam actually warding the tri-bush because last time we all know what happened. He died in there, but High on Price actually gets caught out by the flash binding. Thankfully, he doesn't have to flash away himself, but he does have to start the E. And that is not exactly what you want to start a Shen.
And now we kind of have an opposite situation of the last game where it's Kitsilano's flash blown by the Morgana. But the Mundo is not such a strong jungler that he could make a level 2 gank.
Yes. But at the very least, the bot lane doesn't have to worry about the Morgana flash binding anymore.
It's a very strong combination that we've seen used by the Morgana last game. Seeing some repeat champions. Snorlax gives again on the Jarvan. Again, Morgana for the support. Kitsilano.
Yep. Big stuff. And once it hits 10 minutes, we're going to see a stopwatch coming out from Morgana. Being able to make some more big plays. Hopefully able to get a great ult in and just survive from there.
Similar to the Kennen, in which you would go in, maybe flash in with your ult, and then stopwatch so that
no
stuns go off.
retaliation.
Exactly.
Nothing happens to you. But here comes the Jarvan with actually trying to level 2 gank here on the top side. Remember that Tim Price started the E though, so
that
he
gives
gets
him
away for
ability.
free.
Dodging the knockup. Does Aatrox have his Q? Oh, the sweet spots miss.
But he does take electrocute damage from Jarvan, and he's already half health.
High in price with some fancy footwork, but he pays. Probably have to expend a potion.
Mordekaiser doing a decent trade and able to farm up the last of the range creeps here. And we see Jarvan actually invading on the blue side, taking the blue buff here. That's going to be a good spot for him. Meanwhile, Mundo invading as well.
In this bot lane matchup, we were talking about how lane dominant Caitlyn and Morgana are. They just constantly shove in the wave. And I guess this is a good replacement for the Heimerdinger that was banned out.
Exactly.
It's just a non-interactive form of laning where you avoid the rank differential, the skill differential, by just shoving in.
Just do whatever you want with the champion you have. Make sure you don't try to have any crazy fights. Just poke him out as much as you can.
That's right.
And eventually, things go well from there.
You survive the laning phase, and you rely on your star solo laners to carry once again, as happened last game. Also like to note the biscuits in the inventories of Kitsilano, taking those rooms just for some more survivability.
Right now, Aatrox taking the tower shot. That's not what he wanted to do, but everything's pretty fine. Top lane and bot lane both CSing pretty nicely here. They're pretty even, and no one's being shoved in too hard, despite some minions being lost to towers.
We should note already a large CS difference in the junglers here as a result of Jarvan's early level 2 gank topside, but that's how Kitsilano fans very excited, as you can hear.
They want this very badly for their home team to win.
Already 1-0, 2 more wins that Kitsilano needs to take home the trophy in first place in the tournament.
But right now, will that happen? We see an Aatrox have to flash away from that cleaver. Is there another one coming up? But there's the flash coming out from the Shen. Tim Price and Steven604 take the first blood.
Yeah.
Very well played from them, especially on a great gank from Mundo.
Change of pace, and we're seeing Windermere is going to really put up a fight here. That first game did not deter them, did not tilt them, and that's the mental fortitude we want to see from these finalist teams.
This is completely fresh in their minds. They just want this. They don't care about the results or the scores. They're here to win.
That's right.
It's in the name, Windermere. They're not losing here. But right now, they have 1k gold lead from that kill. And they also get the Aatrox flash, so they can do that one more time. The opportunity arises. Not to mention, there's now a level difference in the top lane. Shen having his ult would be very nice.
Especially with Infernal Dragon spawning right now. If Shen hits his ultimate, what you can do is for the potential dragon fight, Shen ultimates down, and Aatrox has to use his teleport if he wants to match the Shen. But then that leaves the Shen still with his teleport
own
spell up.
teleport.
So he will have that lane advantage. That is the strength of the essentially double teleport in your kit. That is really the benefit of the Shen champion, who High in price is so practiced on.
Just a great champion overall, because especially if you're good at him and know what you're doing, you could deter a lot of things and just ult perfectly to save your teammates.
Denies a lot of potential playmaking on the side of Kitsilano.
Meanwhile, Mundo actually getting found out in the jungle here, avoiding that, but the main damage coming in. Here we go on the mid lane as well, some damage going in, and there it is, the Ignite the ultimate coming out.
Caitlyn roaming up.
Caitlyn actually level 4 though, there's nothing they can do, and Mundo gets away as well.
How did that happen?
That's a free kill in the mid lane, that's a solo kill.
I wish we had a replay, but I've just been completely wrong this whole series. Rank differences have not mattered.
Fortunately, they do trade away, but there's a Shen ult coming as well. No one saw that coming on the Nautilus, and they get the Jarvan, they get the Morgana, and now they're chasing onto the Caitlyn, who does have to flash away as well.
Windermere just cleaning up this game, almost the exact opposite we saw from game 1. 4-0 right now, a 2,000 gold lead at 6 minutes in.
That was beautiful. 3 kills in just about a minute. Now we have everyone's flash down except for Morgana and Jarvan on Kitsilano's side. So lots of plays to be made with the Mundo here. Just be able to run them down, hopefully.
And he's going to have access
and Akali is actually doing insane damage here.
The Death Realm.
Ulted. The Death Realm is here. There is no Shroud. Is she dead? She does flash away, but straight into the mace. That is the first kill that Kitsilano has.
On the board now, and that is honestly what I've been expecting to see from Ochre99. So surprised was I that
Akali got the first kill?
Yes, because you think about a plat 4 solo killing a Diamond 2, that is very abnormal to me.
Yes, but in the first kill, Akali actually got level 6,
right,
while Mordekaiser was still level 5. But here we go with the payback kill. Mordekaiser being able to ult perfectly, so Akali was stuck. And even if she flashed away, which she did, there was nowhere to go.
Really an unfortunate expenditure of flash there, because there was no way of getting out. If CXYTTT had realized that, he would still have his flash now, which would give him a lot more breathing room. And now, with both the ultimate still on cooldown and his flash, could be vulnerable to some Jarvan ganks.
We'll see if those come through. Right now, Jarvan level 5, not exactly level 6 like Steven 604, but he is getting there very soon, clearing the Krugs out.
That the CS difference that Steven 604 accumulated in the early game, he has sustained, and that's creating that level difference here.
Exactly. But in exchange for that level difference, remember that Jarvan did secure the dragon before he did die. That pullback was nice though.
Damage onto the Akali, just trying to make it back in the lane.
She has no Vampiric Scepter, so her sustain is cut off right now.
No fleet footwork either.
Aatrox doing a lot of chunk damage here. Not exactly what he wanted, but anything he'll take.
That's right, the Ninja Tabis from high in price.
We're 3 minutes behind, but it seems like something happened 3 minutes in the future. Meanwhile, we'll talk about Jarvan actually taking the Rift Herald right now.
That's right.
Where do you think he's going to take that?
I would like to see that in the mid lane. Honestly, whenever you have a Rift Herald or an opportunity to take a tower, the mid lane is almost always the best place to use it, because that really breaks open the map.
Yeah.
You get access.
Opening up the first mid tower is so nice for you guys, because your movement is freed up. You can go wherever, and people have to ward in even more positions.
Yes.
But right now, we're seeing some damage coming out. He does not get chained back. Aatrox does have the ult for the movement
He has
speed.
the flash.
Is he dead? He gets taunted. Perfectly played by Tim Price with the flash taunts.
And no opportunity for the Aatrox to flash out himself. 0-2-0. I did not expect in this series for the Aatrox to be, or the top laner of Kitsilano to be focused by Windermere, not playing around their bot side actually, just letting that Ezreal chill.
Farm up. And he has a CS lead despite all this.
Yes.
Just entrusting that Ezreal can do his best with the Nautilus protecting him and focusing on the top side. This is a great play by Windermere secondary school.
A very safe champion, the Ezreal. One of the only AD carries with a dash on a 25-second cooldown. But you think about this lane, the lane dominant Morgana Caitlyn, you would assume that the Caitlyn out-farms in this scenario. But I'm unfortunately again going to bring up the rank difference, which is likely causing Heimfam to be up on a CS. This wave is going to crash to him, and he's going to just balloon that CS speed a little bit more.
Heimfam very comfortable with safe champions, able to farm up and deal damage late game as he very likes to do. Right now, though, Dwarf Destroyer providing the meat shield that they need to get away from every single skill shot thrown at them. Dark Binding, the traps, whatever it is.
A small lull in the action here as we just wait for the next dragon to spawn in about 20 seconds. Shen has his ultimate available and teleport, and I'd like to point out that Aatrox he does not have his teleport, so Kitsilano can be in a little bit of a pickle here. We'll see how much control they can exert.
They're actually trying to make a play, but Morgana trades flashes with the Nautilus. Here comes the Rift Herald in the mid lane to open up pressure in the Dragon Pit.
That's good timing.
Right now, Steven's actually getting engaged on. His ult does not matter. He is dead. But here comes Akali doing damage. The Morgana ult comes in with the stopwatch. Jarvan gets rooted up, but Nautilus is gone. And he does not make it out, though. It is now a 1v1 until Shen comes in with the teleport. Does he get away? I don't believe he does. He's closing in, and that's a quadra kill. That's a quadra kill for Mordekaiser, and it's only him and Shen left alive in this fight.
Okra99 showing up game after game here in this series. 5-1-0. He has all the kills for Kitsilano here. I have to point out that Shen first tried to teleport down with his ultimate to the fight.
The person died. He could not get there in time because it got cancelled out.
He then had to expend his real teleport summoner spell to a ward, and he showed up and everyone on his team was dead. Okra99 is just that good. With a blasting wand, the only AP to his name, he puts out that much work.
It was already too late. Shen tried to ult onto the Mundo, but despite his ult, despite the shield, he already died before he got there. And then everything just turned downhill from there.
We can look at this both in terms of Windermere dropping the ball and Okra99 being a monster, because that was a perfect 5v4 scenario for Windermere. Aatrox, no teleport. He was not in that fight. Windermere can just group up, chill a little bit, and exert control over the dragon with superior vision control, as they just have more members.
I believe there was a dissonance in who was able to come to the fight early and who was not, because the Rift Herald was spawned mid lane.
Yes.
Akali still had to deal with that, while everyone focused onto the Mundo.
Mundo going in too early, and like you mentioned, that Rift Herald spawning at the same time as they want to take control of the dragon is a very smart textbook play from Kitsilano, just doing their homework there, creating that point of pressure almost as a fifth member in replacement for their Aatrox, who is not there. And they win the fight through that.
That was a great play by Kitsilano. Now they're going onto the dragon finally. This is their second drag if they get this.
Windermere has gotten no dragons this series. This must be a point of frustration for them, as you see.
They're not prepared to give it up, though, as the hook comes in and the ultimate as well. Here comes the teleport coming in from Aatrox, but it's not even necessary. Mundo's forced out, Nautilus is dead, and the dragon is
Here's
taken.
X Trinity.
Lots of damage there. That's very scary. Mundo had to flash away. Steven not confident in taking that fight, and that is the second dragon.
Windermere just sloppy play, and Kitsilano is capitalizing on it. When you run in one by one, that's not how you play League of Legends. No, Windermere should be grouped up around this dragon, fighting as a team. Their team play is what got them here to the finals, and if it falters now, it's what will give Kitsilano their win.
Exactly. This dissonance in what the members want to do right now is very jarring. As you can see, Nautilus going in almost by himself, and everyone else was too late to follow up.
Windermere had such an early lead, but now
It's very close.
Mordekaiser so strong, 6-1-0, a 400 gold bounty is keeping Kitsilano in this game and turning the tides. It's almost even game now.
There are still level differences within every single lane right now. Shen is up on Aatrox. Mundo is still up on Jarvan, while in the mid lane, Mordekaiser, of course, with 6 kills to his name.
And look at
a
that 30 CS
450
lead.
gold bounty. That's insane to think about.
If Windermere wants to get back in this game, or
They'd have to rely on a lot of things to go right. Jarvan being spotted out, Akali gets away safely, but a lot of people from Kitsilano trying to make some plays around the map. You can see Morgana walking around. Jarvan trying to take the second Rift Herald of the game. Maybe trying to take down that mid tower finally. But that's a lot of damage coming from Tim Price.
Price turning the trades on Aatrox here.
Titanic Hydra already, while Aatrox has no first item completed.
Yeah. Time Price doing work in this game. And I'm happy to see the jungler of Kitsilano, autofilled, as I said, having so much objective control.
Yeah. Feels like he mains the role, definitely, but this is just what he does in his off time.
Honestly, outclassing Steven 604, who I said would be one of the star players of Windermere.
Unfortunately, he's not been able to do so, as he did lose the fight in the Dragon, and he could not converge onto the successes that his team has had so far.
Windermere waiting for Steven 604 to show up in this tournament and get Windermere back online.
Hopefully it's this game. He does have the Cinderhawk completed. He's building towards, I believe, a Thornmail, and that's going to reduce the healing of the Mordekaiser, the Aatrox, and
right.
if Caitlyn gets any lifesteal, that too.
And we talk about how strong the Mordekaiser is and how Kitsilano have been getting back into this game, but Windermere is still 1,000 gold up.
Wow, what a big play from Tim Price. Trading flashes, though, and here comes the ultimate. Will he get this counter kill? Not enough, though.
But that's just forcing the ultimate out of X-Trinity without expending too much.
Yep, he still has his own ultimate, as you know, you can't use a Shen ultimate in combat. So here we go. Aatrox has no flash, no ultimate, and look how low he is. The Mundo just tanking it up. There's nothing you can do there because...
Two-man dive.
Now in the bot lane, though, Caitlyn having to heal out. He does have the ultimate, and that was not blocked.
And
the
not enough
flash
damage,
was failed. Mid tower is the first to fall, actually.
Kitsilano winning the turret race just by seconds as the top lane of Windermere is traded.
And now we see that Ezreal's out of the fight since the Caitlyn ult was not blocked. Here we go, though. He's trying to protect it. Ignite coming in. He does not step on the trap. But here is the Shen ultimate hooked straight into the tower, and there it is. Unstoppable for Tim Price. He is 5-0-5 on the Shen right now. Amazing bait by Dwarf Destroyer.
Good map awareness and good communication. If this is solo queue, you might have just a moment where the Shen doesn't realize his Nautilus is in trouble, but he capitalizes on it. They're talking to each other.
But right now, watch as they get converged on. Look at the Jarvan. Look at the Mordekaiser. The double stun, the double taunts, but the Nautilus is under the tower, and it's now just Tim Price alone. He does almost take down the Jarvan, but no one else is there to help in time. We've got the Akali onto the Aatrox now, and he is taken down. We've got High and Fam and Steven 604 trying to look for him, but he's in the Shadow Realm, actually. Mordekaiser finally goes down. There's a shutdown bonus going to Akali, and Caitlyn gets sniped out as well. Wow.
Wow.
What a fight. Everyone
got
a lot of kills. Lots of kills on both sides. I like that a lot.
And now the Ocean Dragon is spawning. This could be Windermere's first dragon of the series.
But Mundo is still down. They cannot get Dragon with the Jarvan still up with his smite, and he's still healthy enough to contest. So they will try to ping the Ocean Dragon, but no one is able to take it at this time.
Just like last time, Kitsilano spawning the Rift Herald to hold control over the dragon while I see Jarvan tries to reset.
Right now we actually... Wait a second. Morgana having to flash out. She tried to clear that ward in the bush, but unfortunately, Windermere Secondary School was there to stop it. And now, we see them try to start the dragon. Mundo is probably going to get there first, but is Kitsilano actually going to make a play? They have no vision over this. They are actually going to be stopped. No one else is here. So Windermere Secondary School secure the first dragon.
The Windermere crowd going wild as they get their first wins here.
Well, wait a second. Morgana is actually sniped out by the Ezreal, and they're actually diving onto the mid tower. Shen lives throughout everything. The Cataclysm hits 3, but he's alone, and that is not enough. So, Windermere Secondary School take 4 kills in exchange for nothing else.
So tilting for the Jarvan right there to go in onto 3 very low health members of Windermere and get nothing out of it.
That is sad.
4 for 0, and the Dragon over to Windermere, recovering the lead they had in the early game.
They're back in it now. Everyone's playing like a team once more as they take down the mid lane tower. Every lane is opened up now for them. Meanwhile, Kitsilano only has 1 tower to their name and are now finally behind.
A 5,000 gold lead for Windermere, and you see the key items that Windermere have finally gotten. playing on their power spikes. Ezreal with his Muramana completed almost to the Triforce. Akali with the Hextut Gunblade.
I like it.
Probably the strongest point this champion could be until she hits her Rabadons, if built. And Mundo with a Thornmail. He is not getting killed.
You are not killing this Mundo ever again unless he's alone. And even then, he might take down one of your people with you.
That's right. The quadra kill from the Mordekaiser is perhaps long forgotten as he's died 2 more times in these fights.
Not able to do the impact that everyone wanted him to do. The Akali being able to solo out the rest of the members of Kitsilano and actually slaughtering them as the team fights go on. Ezreal with the ultimates, high on fam, hitting every Q and having Trinity Force completed. Now he has Executioner's Calling as well. There's going to be no healing for Kitsilano, as there was also a Thornmail.
That's right. They're feeling very strong, Windermere is right now. And you have to wonder, what is the late game insurance policy, if any, for Kitsilano? These are all mid-game centric champions. Mordekaiser, Aatrox, Darvin. Oh,
just wait a second here. Oh,
just a flag and drag that out.
That's so scary. Though, look at his HP. Look at his level.
This Mundo
Everyone
is a
has
real
to be
tank.
wary of this Mundo now. This Jarvan is no longer in the lead. This is where you said earlier, where is he going to show up? Where is the star jungler? But here he is, Steven604, making the plays now, and they're actually starting the Baron.
At 22 minutes in the game, do they have the damage to do it? These are not traditional DPS champions, but with Mordekaiser in the bot lane, no teleport.
Mordekaiser has only nothing. He actually has nothing to compete with this.
Getting the jungler very low. If he drops him, there's no smite for Kitsilano to contest.
And there it is, the Ignite goes off. Morgana, everything just being taunted up. Meanwhile, the Jarvan goes down as well. Aatrox not able to finish anything off.
Trying to salvage that, but that is Baron over to Windermere secondary. And this is now a close tournament. These 2 finalist teams showing up on the day that it matters. And that was just really wonderful, cerebral lane assignment from Windermere secondary.
Perfect.
He puts your Shen bottom, he has access to those teleports, and Kitsilano just maybe not doing their mental homework there.
Maybe they forgot about Baron or something, but that's not what you want to do, because Mordekaiser, what's he going to do? Solo kill the Shen? He's just going to back off. He has no teleport, he has nothing to get there, so that's a 4v5, and they played it perfectly with Akali on the sides, Nautilus blocking off any type of steal. They're able to kill the jungler first, and no one else is able to do a thing before they die.
Well played by the Akali for sure, and this is a testament to the mental fortitude of Windermere secondary. A crushing defeat in the first game in the face of Kitsilano's powerful early game play, but now they're showing up today.
This is a completely different game. It feels like it's almost in a completely different series, but no, this is just game 2, and we're off to the races once more at TGS, the gaming stadium. Windermere Secondary School looking real strong right now. Inhibitor open in the mid lane already, and they also have the Baron buff now.
That's right. We'll see how much more they can translate this 8,000 gold lead. If they can turn it into a win, we are guaranteed a game 4 in the series, and we want to see a long series.
I love the action that's coming up from both teams. Each being proactive, each shutting down the opponent's advances and making sure that they play as a team.
And playing to their strengths for sure. We see Mordekaiser on 3 items, and usually at 24 minutes you would say he's feeling good about himself, but High on Price getting feisty.
High on Price is very strong too. He's almost got his 3rd item of the game. Right now he has Warmogs and Titanic Hydra at level 14. This is so scary for that enemy team. Aatrox not even close to what he wants to be. X-Trinity trying to get fed, trying to get everything he needs. He's keeping up in CS, but that's not enough.
And with the Baron Siege on the bot lane, Windermere Secondary School, for the first time this series, has complete control over the Dragon Pit, and it's just going to be Steven604 soloing that for himself. I believe the Dragons are 2-1 in favor of Windermere. I could be wrong.
I believe it is so. And the next one will be yet another Ocean Drake. We'll see if there's any Elders or any Souls being taken this game, but I'm not sure if we're ever going to get to this point, because as you can see, Caitlyn taking a lot of damage there. I believe that Ezreal, perfect Ezreal, and the Shentot. Here comes the fight. Here comes Akali. Here comes everyone to dive onto the team. Nautilus goes down to the tower, and there's a Cataclysm perfect to trap them in. But Ezreal goes down. Everyone's going down now to the towers. Shen dies as well. Are they able to kill this Mordekaiser? He flashes away. He has the shield up, and he's taking them out. Steven604 does not fall. He does not fall, and Akali is also still alive. Will she be able to make it out? Yes, she can. And they are disengaging.
Oh, Morgana with Moby Boots.
I don't think they're
Just
going to
the
catch up
backflip gonna get
there.
her out. Kind of sloppily played by Windermere. You saw.
I believe they, yes, exactly. They dived a bit too far than they wanted. They killed the Caitlyn first and foremost. That was perfectly played. But it was not exactly as planned.
It was a disconnect. You see Haim Fam focusing the tower instead of with his team because he cannot get past the Mordekaiser, who he ended up dying to in the Death Realm. So you don't want to be giving Kitsilano anything at this point when Windermere has such a lead. They want to just shut down this game cleanly. But just a little bit of a setback.
That was not as clean as they'd like. Ezreal finally picking up his QSS, realizing the danger, realizing that Mordekaiser still has 9 kills, by the way, the most in the game right now. 9 out of his team's 13 kills, and he is an unstoppable powerhouse.
Definition of the star player. Kitsilano relying on him to carry this game, but the QSS from Ezreal, as you mentioned, does make it much more difficult. You think about who he could ult, maybe the Akali to take some pressure off of the struggling bot lane of Kitsilano, frankly.
There's a lot of choices that these teams have to make, and we don't even realize it. Right now, Aatrox looking a little caught out, but he does have the dash to get over the wall before anyone else comes to help.
Not even willing to 1v1 the Nautilus because this Aatrox X Trinity realizes that both he is 1 in 7 and that Windermere has control of their own jungle.
There's nowhere else but the base for Kitsilano. What are they going to do? What plays can they make before Baron is up, before the next Dragon is up? They can't even get their own buffs. And look at the tower top lane. This is going to be the 7th tower of the game falling down.
Structures just crumbling for Kitsilano. Windermere with solid macro play. Just waiting for the Baron to spawn so they can continue and empower their siege. Akali matching Aatrox in the bottom lane.
I believe this is where a bit of a lull comes in, as you cannot push on these inhibitor towers. But maybe there's a play to be made. Maybe there's another ultimate, as Nautilus has the flash, as Mundo has the flash, as Akali has the flash to make plays around the map. And this inhibitor is already halfway gone.
This is where Kitsilano is going to make their stand, not wanting to give this inhibitor up. I think what Kitsilano wants to rely on here is Windermere to overforce once again, and maybe that's where Kitsilano can shine and turn the game.
But Windermere is playing perfectly. They're taking it slow. They're not diving anything. Even Akali being very careful not to die, also away while being binded away.
You have to wonder about that cooldown, though, as Baron is spawning now, and will it be up? I know that at level 1 it is a strong cooldown, but at level 16, much shorter.
Exactly. They did receive a couple of nerfs to the cooldown, but Akali is still the same as ever.
Pinged in chat there, 91 seconds. Not too bad, especially when they just took 2 inhibitors. I would say that is a very good trade for Windermere, and now they can just get pressure around Baron, all the vision they ever want, and it's going to be very, very difficult for Kitsilano to contest. The entirety of Kitsilano's jungle belongs to Windermere. As they reset here, Kitsilano realizes they have a little bit of respite and get some vision of their own.
Oh, maybe this is the last vision they're ever going to get of this Baron, as Morgana is running out of wards, and Windermere Secondary School is coming back to play. They're taking down this Baron ward right here. Caitlyn's still in the bot lane, so they might be wary of the rush that Windermere Secondary School brings to the table.
Caitlyn on 3 items, not super weak, but I think that this is where Kitsilano has to make their stand at the Baron, because if Windermere gets their hands on this, they get the top lane inhibitor, and when you have 3 inhibitors down, it is nigh impossible to come back into the game.
But look at Shen right now. He's actually pushing down into the bot lane. If he goes uncontested, he could go for the Nexus turrets. They're being put into a checkmate position. Are they going to get out of this? Are they going to force something? Or is this just going to be the game?
Kitsilano has to do something. The 1 in 7 Aatrox, hard press.
Yeah. He does not do as much damage as he'd like. He is forced to ult away. And you can see Kitsilano being forced to back off. Pings are being made towards the Baron, but there's also being pings towards the Dragon. Maybe they're not sure of what to do right now.
Windermere could get the 3rd Dragon, then turn to the Baron. Honestly, they have a lot of time to do what they want. The Dragon being taken. Slowly, Nautilus zoning off.
Aatrox uses his TP proactively, getting ready, and Nautilus is able to flash away from the damage. They stop the Baron, but they are starting the Dragon with the Shen.
Kind of spreading themselves too thin, Windermere is, and Kitsilano, not bad to try and take advantage of that. This is what they have to do. They have to be getting desperate in this situation. They don't want to just bleed out and lose the game without putting up a fight.
But here we go, though. Aatrox with no teleport, and they are jumping onto the fight. We've got Akali doing so much
Leading the
damage
charge.
with the Shen ult on top. And here comes the Aatrox, unable to do what he'd like. He gets shut down as well. Double kill for Tim Price. The Mordekaiser doing a lot of damage in the back line. And here comes the Cataclysm. Mordekaiser falls. The jungler falls as well for Kitsilano. And that's 4-4-1.
Windermere trying to end the game here. What can Caitlyn do in the face of 4 healthy Windermere members?
I don't believe there's anything to be had here. Shen is way too tanky. Nautilus is here as well. GGs are being shown in the chat, and that is almost a solo kill by Tim. Oh, Hierophant, William moment again, dying one more time before the game ends.
MVSSEA finals.
But unfortunately, Caitlyn is not able to do everything.
The members are just too tanky. Great draft, great play by Windermere Secondary School, and they will tie up the final series here at the gaming stadium. Oh, but the respawns.
I don't believe it. This is it. They're too tanky. Aatrox does not do as much damage. It's only these two. And Windermere Secondary School with the commanding fights to bring back the lead into an even game or a series. Anyways, that was amazing. What do you think of that game?
I think, thank you, the Gaming Stadium, for being our host venue here.
Showing us amazing games here at the Gaming Stadium.
Windermere bringing it back.
And we'll be here once again after a 5-minute break to bring us Game 3 of this intense Grand Final series. Thank you for watching. Stay on the line. Welcome back to the gaming stadium where this event is being held. Metro Vancouver Secondary School Esports Association Grand Finals. We're in Game 3 between Kitsilano and Windermere Secondary School.
1-1 right now. This is it's looking like a great series right now, honestly.
What a crazy game the last one was. And both these games looking very different from each other, both in dominating fashion, teams making the best of their ability to take this game over.
You know, fun fact actually, both teams actually never lost a game going into the finals, and here we are, both teams already getting their first loss right now.
Both streaks being taken down today, as one of these teams are going to be knocked out of the tournament and the other are going to take the trophy home.
And right now, with looking at the bans, we already have a Shen ban. That was strong. I saw like a little bit of the game, and Shen was super strong right there. High on price is really utilizing Shen's strengths.
Perfectly. That was amazing. Just taking over, especially with the ultimate, especially with the teleport usage, just making sure his team was well aware, safe, and healthy, getting the flash taunts off onto the Aatrox. But the Shen being banned away this game.
Oh, but Vladimir's being left open.
Vladimir open. We know Tim Price's Vladimir is very deadly, very volatile against what we saw in Game 1, X-Trinity's Gangplank, who also had an amazing performance.
And wow. Oh my goodness, wait, they're taking with the Lee Sin and putting Snorlaxes on this though.
Lee Sin was not banned this game. And Nautilus is also open again for Dwarf Destroyer. Ivern being locked in. That is a jungler that we don't see very often.
And in the Discord, MVSSEA Discord, there were talks about the Ivern jungle, and it looks like it actually happens now.
Yep, there were talks. Don't ban my Ivern. We're going to play Ivern, our secret strat. It's going to come out, and here it is. It's actually being brought out to the table.
And Victor being picked up in the mid lane.
Victor, also a very decent champion in the meta right now. Not exactly completely strong, but able to do exactly what his team needs.
Oh, can I cast?
No, you're not allowed.
No, guys.
You're not allowed.
Mundo being locked in once again. That's definitely going to be the jungle pick, just like last time. And here comes the second ban phase. But I'm really surprised right now because Windermere Secondary School taking 2 of the champions they played last game. Well, Kitsilano actually forced onto 3 different champions.
Oh,
Cassidy being banned
being
again.
banned. Look at that 604 funnel. Looks like it's
Exactly.
not.
It's not coming out last game. It's not coming out this game either. So hopefully Windermere Secondary School expected that to happen, expected the casting ban to come out, and have planned against it.
Oh my god. Wait, they actually just banned out 2 of the bot lanes that that Taquito Boy actually plays. Dane and Heimerdinger.
Yes, exactly. So hopefully that's enough. But Caitlyn's left open. They might pick the Caitlyn again unless Hayam Fam actually gets their perfect Caitlyn counter pick. What do you think he's going to pick now since Ezreal's banned away?
Zaya.
Zaya.
Zaya, it's Zaya, yeah.
It's being hovered. Is it going to be locked in today?
Like ADCs, like Zaya got nerfed, but like
He's very strong.
still, yeah.
The ultimate, the kit, the roots. It's a perfect ADC. Everything you wanted, except it's not Aphelios.
Yeah.
As Aphelios is banned at this tournament, the gaming stadium.
It's not Yasuo.
It's not Yasuo.
MF actually being picked.
Misfortune also a very strong pick right now, especially this new build, which involves buying multiple Doran's Blades for the flat health and the flat attack damage.
Right now, only support being left open for the last pick for Kits right now. Wonder what they're gonna pick.
I mean,
Maybe
it could be... Oh!
Leona. That's a strong all-in.
Another heavy diver. So if you just get the Leona combo off, that's every single tick of Misfortune's bullets hitting you. The bullet time, it's going to be a bullet hell.
Bullet time, more like bullet hell.
Exactly.
We playing Toho up in here.
Unfortunately, if you're stun locked, you can't dodge anything. But speaking of stuns and
the Galio.
CC, we have Galio here. We have Nautilus.
We have 3 tanks here.
A lot of tanks, which are Windermere Secondary School's specialty.
Wow.
And against this Ivern, do you think it's enough?
Well, Mundo, right? Ivern also kind of not like the best like early game jungler, obviously, until he starts getting mana and can actually like
And
shield.
items.
Yep.
With the proper items, Ivern's a monster.
Yeah.
And there are lots of item builds. You could go like Twin Shadows, you could go GLP, you could go like Chalice into Athene's and Holy Grail, which is crazy. And I've seen even some people be successful on hit Ivern. Now that he can have ranged auto attacks without his bushes now.
Well, that means he's no longer as the term, as a proper term, the Viet Cong,
Yep.
Viet Cong Ivern.
He doesn't have to be in the trees this time. He can just auto attack, but I don't think he's gonna go any on
Nah,
hits. Not
I don't
against
think
this
so.
comp. But I do feel like Victor is gonna go mostly damage. I feel like they're gonna set Victor as the priority damage in this comp against trying to deal damage, especially against the tanks, try to poke him out.
But they don't have much like dedicated CC. If that Vladimir runs rampant, that's basically a dead
yeah.
Kits team right there.
And what do they have? They have like Victor shield, Ivern shield. Nothing else gives them sustain.
Yep.
Nothing else can save them from this basically onslaught wreckage that Windermere Secondary School can bring to the table.
And X Trinity right now, that Gangplank versus Vladimir, it's gonna be like, it's good. It's one like early game champion to like one bad early game champion, but Vladimir just scales so hard. You need something early to counter, like I'm saying the Kled.
That's what should have been picked up. It was not banned in this game. It was banned in the previous game, but it was also picked in the first game. So I'm wondering why they chose to go with the Victor this time, the Gangplank this time, instead of flexing in the Kled maybe in there. Might have been a better choice. Especially since Windermere Secondary School doesn't have too much damage, doesn't have burst, especially to counter the dismounts and remounts. So maybe that was a good decision instead.
But they just have so much. Like Galio is Galio. He's innately tanky
Yeah.
without having to build tank items.
No matter what you build, you'll be tanky.
It's because
And you'll
Galio.
still do damage.
That Galio W gives damage reduction. Pretty sure. Yep.
Yep.
No
And
longer gives damage reduction on R though, so that's the big thing.
you can't protect your teammates with that one. It's not exactly the Shen that you'd like.
But it's still a very big team fight R. If something like a Dr. Muno just runs in, that could be one huge like turn. Like that team fight could just be turned around like just like that in a blink of a, just a blink of a dash. Just boom, justice punch.
Exactly. So much damage could be dealt with the Galio, doing so much AoE as well. So if they're actually got slipping, then Kitsilano are dead.
But
We also
yep.
okay, let me go first. I'm gonna point out how much mobility Kitsilano has with their team comp. Look at it and tell me.
They have an Iron Q dash in, and Leona
okay.
dash in.
Okay.
Misfortune's pretty fast.
No, you can't count that as actual mobility though.
I mean, Ivan can build Moby boots.
You can't count that as actual mobility. Against Windermere Secondary School, they have no way of escaping. What is Gangplank going to do if he's caught out? What is Victor going to do? Misfortune. They have no way to get out of any sticky situation except for fight back.
And what they can do is like they could just build. If Vladimir builds Merc Treads, no kind of CCs. They don't have. They have 2 CCs,
There's not much they could do at all.
and one of them's a root, so he could just W.
Yeah, exactly. So here we go from the gaming stadium to you, to our audience. We have our third game of the grand finals.
If whoever wins this is gonna be in match point after this.
Exactly. That's something scary to think about. So this might be the only place where we can feel relaxed. In
Wow.
this 0-0 match score. Everyone's spawning in now. Let's see if any invades happen. In the first game, we saw Hayam Pham having to blow his flash. In the second game, we saw Saren actually trying to make a play with the Morgana binding with her flash, but that did not go as planned. And in this third game, we see Kitsilano stacking the bot side. Meanwhile, Windermere Secondary School trying a defensive approach to this.
Oh, looks like they're not looking. They're just looking to stack up in a bot tri-bush right now.
Making sure no plays are to be made.
But yeah, this Galio mid lane is gonna be really poked out since it's against like a ranged matchup. A ward being spotted, actually spotting out the Nautilus right now.
But then again, that's a ward used just to see where Nautilus is, and he's not even going to do anything. So hopefully Ivern doesn't get ganked or invaded because he'll have no ward protection. There's an actual ward being taken out
And that's
in the
10
tri
gold.
bush.
That's 10 gold.
10 gold for bone plating and a ward used. So yeah, pretty standard level 1. No one dying yet, no one flashing yet, but there's 10 gold difference.
But like, right now, I don't know why people are starting like blue buff. I thought like usually like must be because like gives better EXP now. I'm not too sure.
Yeah. So before the recent patches, you'd like to start red side
Yeah.
because you could just clear red, then Krugs, and Raptors and hit level 3. On the previous patch, you could not do the same on the blue side. If you cleared blue, then Gromp, then Wolves, you would not hit level 3. But finally, jungle has been changed in the preseason, and you'll hit level 3 depending, or no matter what side you choose on. So a lot more junglers are choosing to start blue side now. And Krugs are not as important anymore.
Wow, look at that damage coming out from X Trinity on that Gangplank though.
Yeah, looking very strong. Only having to use one corrupting plot, bringing Tim Price to half and having to use his own plot.
But look how low. Yeah, basically, Dr. Mundo jungle. It's just early game is quite atrocious.
Early
actually.
game,
Yeah.
you can't do a single thing. You can't exactly gank without, because you're not tanky enough, basically.
Oh,
But we see
actually
a
lands a taunt.
coming out.
After
There's
shot.
not else that you can do though. His spells are off
Yep.
on cooldown. The minion wave still has the cannon minion in it. But there we go.
He's going in,
He
but
still has no aftershock yet, so he's taking a bit of a trade back.
yeah, he can't really do much in this lane right now.
And he's left with one corrupting pot left,
Use
while
it.
Victor has a lot more.
He still has one more health pot for Victor, so that means I think they're just in such a healthy state right now.
And since Victor knows that the enemy jungler is Mundo, who can't exactly do much, Victor can push out this Galio and make sure he has a bad back. Just force a CS lead, basically. So let's see if that happens. On the other side, Ivern can't exactly gank early either without being punished for it. So we also see the same thing happening on the bot side for Windermere Secondary School, having to push the CS lead.
But that power of Vladimir though, that healing, we go from like 2 minutes ago, we look back, he's like basically super chunked out. We go back again a minute later, all of a sudden he's back to full health.
Basically.
That's a That's a bad play.
That's just a
Vlad,
Vlad
yeah.
thing. Vladimir can do that. And he has the wave push against him as well, so he gets some extra CS off this.
Basically, yeah.
So yeah, things are going almost as expected so far. Nothing big happening, no big plays, no jungle ganks. Gangplank is running out of mana, but he does get the last barrel in, bringing High Price to a low HP standard.
Ooh, wow, these
Another
barrels are
one hitting,
landing.
that's a lot.
He can flash for this? Oh,
He does
he's
not have Ignite. He does not have the damage able to do it. And with the pool, everything keeping him safe, Tim Price is going to make sure he doesn't die, probably teleport back to lane after this recall.
26. Oh, he doesn't have enough for the CDR right now. He doesn't have enough for CDR. That means
That's
for-
not
yeah.
exactly what he needs right now. But he does come back with Amplifying Tome, some refillable potions.
Oh,
and we
Dr.
do
Mundo.
see a play being made.
that's a flash.
Nice.
Force the flash right there.
Preemptive flash, you know you're not going to get away without flashing, so just save your own HP, just flash away immediately. But
Smart play there.
good gank though. That was a very well made gank. Just taking Raptors and noticing, oh, Victor is just a little step ahead of this river.
And let me just
Running
pop by,
back
you
in.
know? Let me say hi.
Say what's up.
Say what's up, yo.
Exactly what he needs to get that flash out of the way. Now Gangplank, or now Galio rather, can live safely and hopefully not die. Especially with Victor actually being low on mana, I think he has to back out as well.
Oh, wait. I thought Victor actually took the cleanse, actually, but it looks like he's opting to go barrier instead.
Barrier.
Yep.
A very nice choice for staying alive, but unless you're locked up by the roots or any other CC, that could be a death sentence anyways, no matter how much of a shield you get.
Looks like he just doesn't worry about the taunt, since that's the only one that he could actually really cleanse.
Yeah, you can't cleanse knockups. You can't cleanse
Knockups.
knockups. Is that it?
That's it.
Oh wow. So yeah, or suppressions. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But
there's
they
no
don't have
suppressions.
they don't have any suppressions. Actually, they do have like root on not E and root on Kai'Sa E. I mean Xayah E.
I mean, you could, but that's a fringe case.
Yeah, pretty much. It's
Meanwhile,
pretty situational.
Mundo's actually going to be taking the dragon right now, just sneaking it while we see Ivern on the top side. I think Victor's going to spot this out though, so we'll see if he actually has something to say about it.
Oh, bot lane actually going up right
The
now.
rest of Windermere secondary school making sure Mundo gets this dragon correctly, supporting Steven 604 while he secures the first dragon of the game. I don't think any steal attempt is going to be made. Yep, the smite is perfect, and here
Nice
comes the
smite.
second engage.
Nautilus looking to go in right now. Ignite
flashing
drop.
away. He has no hook right now, but he does force Leona's flash. And here's the re-engage. We got the
Gangplank R.
Gangplank ult as well. That's the
first
first
blood.
blood for Kitsilano.
Sarah picking that up. That's 400 gold to the Leona right now. Not as well, not
Not
good
who
at,
they wanted it. Not who they wanted it on, but they'll take that anyway. A first blood is a first blood, and that is well picked up. Knowing that, hey, Nautilus flashes on me. He does not have flash anymore. Maybe we could engage on this. So Leona takes the initiative, ease in, and instantly tells Gangplank to ultimate.
But
There was nothing they could do.
mind you, this is right now. Windermere does have a way better later game, late game, I think, with the Vladimir, Galio, Xayah just stacking up.
Yeah, Mundo being an
Mundo.
unstoppable threat late game. And remember that they were the ones who actually picked up the dragon before this all started.
Yep.
So that's a good thing as well.
It's like a trade. It's like more what they pick up again. It was Cloud or was it
Mountain.
Mountain. That's gonna be so great on something like Galio, Nautilus.
Exactly. You want
Mundo.
that. You want that defensive stat. It helps out basically everyone, but even though it's not much right now, it'll mean a lot later on. On the other hand, we see Tim Price still being poked out by this Gangplank right now. Gangplank being able to farm for free in this lane.
X Trinity picking up that Sheen. More damage, more CER, more mana, which is a pretty mana is one of the biggest issues for Gangplank top.
And now he clears up that issue. Able to Q for free. Watch this.
Look at that.
Grasp proc. That's 200 damage. And I'm not saying that lightly. That was literally 200 damage onto the Vladimir, who can heal, but does not have enough CDR to heal.
Wait, he's going
too
on to
much.
the Ivern.
Ivern right now having to ult, but
That's a flash.
he has to expend his flash, and his Ivern, or his Daisy goes down as well. Or will it?
It's not going down. That's a tanky Daisy.
They
Wait.
don't want to expend the resources to kill it. If they kill it, then they might get jumped on, so I see that. Rift Herald being taken, though, for Windermere Secondary School. The Gangplank
Ooh.
barrel not reaching in time, but we see this Gangplank actually
second.
trying to make a play. Mundo has no ultimate right now. This can be a big play. Vladimir doing
nice
a lot
flash,
of
though.
damage. And we
basically
see
lives with the sliver.
Dwarf Destroyer being engaged on at the very moment. He is not going to be making it out because he has no flash. That's another kill. And it goes to the mid lane.
Dwarf
of
Destroyer,
Otre.
yeah, being caught out of place right there. I actually don't know what he was doing there at that point, at that time.
I believe he just wanted to help out the rest of his team, not knowing that he was going to be collapsed on while Gangplank was dealing with his team.
But High and Fam now is stuck 1v2 in the bot lane. This could be very dangerous with how much all-in potential they have with the MF and the Leona.
Thankfully, he has been playing very safely. He has been playing very smart, and he has collected a gold lead despite the first blood going to Leona, despite everything happening around him. He is able to survive in this lane and possibly thrive.
Problem is though, right now, basically top lane and for mid for kids is winning little bit by bit. And they're just getting little bits of just leads that they can grab onto, and just using that gold. Like right now, Orca 99 does have a gold lead with the kill, with the CS lead right now. Just that little bit of CS, and that's gonna be very dangerous late game. That Victor could be like honestly super strong and super dangerous.
Yeah, lots of things going on right now. We see the Gangplank picking up the Executioner's calling. We see the redemption coming in from Ivern, actually able to help out the map immensely.
Wow, look at that damage coming out from Aftershock Galio.
Lots of good trades, and meanwhile on the top side of the jungle,
second,
we
it's a
have a lot
2v2.
of damage here.
Victor looking to roam up though.
The Daisy almost being able to knock up. There it is, but no one else is able to follow up. The Gangplank returns to the lane to farm, and possibly there's a Rift Herald being taken now.
Ivor not being able to do much damage right now. Since they are somewhat tanky right now.
Yeah, very tanky. Very tanky team comp. And the Mountain Dragon is helping out as well. Speaking of dragons, the next one's in 20 seconds. Let's see if either team hopes to pick that one up.
Oh, Rift Herald being picked up right now. They could just honestly pop it in like somewhere like in the mid lane and then like force people to come mid. Oh, but wait.
Wait a second.
He is low.
Very low.
That could be a dragon picked up. That's a cloud drag.
There's nothing else because Gangplank saw the Mundo. Gangplank saw how low he was and that he cannot come to the dragon without possibly dying, so they're going to have to give that one up. Gangplank's still chasing this Mundo. Is he going to get him? That's it! That's just a Q. He tracked him perfectly. He knew exactly where he would be. He'd be like, oh, he's just going to be on the Krugs. So that's it. He's just dead.
Dragon
And
being picked up.
Dragon on the side of Kitsilano. That's going to help out immensely as well.
Oh, tip right now. It is on the ocean map right now. For Dragon Steals, there's actually there's a bush right
In the pit.
in the pit, and people usually do not ward it. That means it's free vision.
I've experienced this myself. I've watched a friend of mine steal a very important dragon with that. Very little bush. No one expects anyone to be there. No one's used to it, so that's a possibility. Let's see if any junglers are willing to risk that play.
Wow, look at that. Oh, but takes 2 turret shots.
damage.
Don't know if that's worth.
I don't believe it was. Either way, just a confidence move from Gangplank, showing that he is taking control of this lane.
Right now, even though Gangplank is ahead, both gold and CS and kills, that Vladimir looking very dangerous right now.
And right now, he's trying to make a play. He has the phase rush on. He has the ultimate on, but he does back off, knowing that he does not know where the jungler is and that he could fall down.
He doesn't have enough damage either.
Yeah.
He only has, basically his only AP items are basically the Fiendish Codex and the Revolver, which is barely enough as a Vladimir.
He does not have the Proto Belt ready as of now, but eventually he will, and eventually he'll do a lot of damage. Gangplank, thankfully, surviving that damage, and thankfully cutting the healing with Executioner's Calling. Turret plating falling soon, and we don't see a lot of turret platings being taken this game actually. Just one in the mid lane, one in the top lane for Kitsilano, and one in the bot lane for Kitsilano as well.
Oh, Rift Herald being dropped right now.
Herald being dropped. But look at Kitsilano's positioning. They're already in position to help out the top lane.
But look at the Windermere. Look at Dwarf Destroyer. He's roaming up top right now. This could be a big team fight.
Daisy's already thrown out. Are they going to chase onto this?
Wait, looks like they are.
The root does not land. Ivor is going down, but he has the redemption up. He does not make it in time. That's a 1-for-1 so far. But is anything else going to happen? Victor's ult is down. Gangplank still has his ult. And there's actually a dive coming up, but I don't think that's a great decision right now.
Wow.
Thankfully, Aftershock keeping him alive, forcing the ultimate from Gangplank. But this also means that High and Fam is left alone.
Wait,
he actually makes so much damage in the bot lane by himself, almost taking a 1v2 fight.
Leonid did not proc Aftershock that whole thing, so he's just taking full damage on damage.
That's completely flat. All she has is a Glacial Strap to block that damage. Not to lock it yet, nothing that she needs, and no help. So, High and Fam shredding through that, despite being a 1v2 scenario. And Windermere Secondary School picks up their first kill of the game.
Oh wait, High End Price actually very low right now.
He's in a dangerous position right now because the barrels are coming in. Thankfully, he has enough healing and the ultimate to save him. But that's an ultimate used.
Now this lane for top lane, it's just going to be who can clear the fastest. And now that Vladimir actually picks up the double CDR items with the X-Specs Proto Belt, that means he's just going to push. But X-Trinity does also have right now the Trinity Force, and that's going to be an easy clear with just 2 barrels.
Very good item, and it's in the name, so he knows he has to pick it up, doing a lot more damage, his Sheen proc being even stronger than before, and gaining speed every time he lands the Q. Hopefully now he's able to follow up on this Vladimir. But Vladimir himself has also picked up his first item of the game, getting himself his Proto Belt, being able to do more damage, be more mobile and escape more fights.
Right now, Galio does not have like a lot of damage, but mind you, that's with only one tank item. The instant he gets something like a proto belt, you guys have to watch out.
Yeah. Right now he's going all tank. Hopefully just like farm up against this Victor. And the root does not come in. Leona is not singled out.
Wait,
but
EP very low.
Gangplank is singled out. There is no ultimate coming from Vladimir, but is this enough? The
Oh.
pull comes in, draining health, and no, the grass really dying. The flash trade. Here comes the extra movement speed,
Oh,
and Vladimir
he's gonna
does
live.
take the kill. That is perfectly played by Tim Price because he knew exactly how that would go out. With every single Q, he knew that the empowered one would speed him up and be able to chase him despite the flash.
Oh my
but
goodness.
we just saw that?
Hey, just got bursted down. He only has a Glacial Shroud. No health, nothing.
Exactly. It's just like the Leona situation. Nautilus is not tanky enough to survive any damage without Aftershock and just gets completely blown up by the combo, the bullet hell combo we saw earlier.
Jungler, Steven 604 currently walking down right now, but no vision, probably in that Dragon Pit.
I'm trying to do a lot
Oh,
to this damage.
look at it
And
going
we
in.
have a teleport coming
Iron Price,
from Tim
double
Price.
taunt.
There's a lot of damage going on here. Steven 604 almost dying, but
Vladimir
is able to
Orn,
make
wait,
it.
that's huge.
Vladimir doing so much damage to the enemy line. Trying to chase this Victor out, but does not do it successfully. Meanwhile,
High
High
on
Price
Price.
with a solo kill onto
High on
this misfortune. I'm Fam.
There's the same thing.
High
Anyway,
on William.
yeah. High on
William. Mr. William. William Fam, High on Fam.
They're looking to get this Dragon Steel. They
Oh,
don't.
close. He tried to get it with the barrel, but the smite was nice. And they weren't able to get in range for it.
You saw how low that Victor was. I want to see like if like Steve is 604, just like blindly throws a just misses his like cleaver by accident.
Yeah, and that just ended up missing the kill. But the redemption was good on Ivern. It almost saved everyone's life. It only saved Victor's life, but that's all they needed from that.
Wow, but that nice teleport coming out from High End Price, that honestly turned around the whole thing.
And now he's 3-0. Just a minute ago, he did not kill anyone. And after killing the Gangplank top lane, after teleporting and getting 2, he is now a powerhouse.
And I'm just telling you, he also forced the flash of he also forced the Barret and Flash coming out from Orca
This
99.
Victor, yes.
That's 2 summoners right there.
This is going to be a great play for Galio to follow up on, as he does have his own flash. Maybe he can make a play onto this Victor.
And look at the Mundo though. He has like he doesn't have like 2,000 health right now. He has like 2,000 health, but instantly he picks up something like Spirit Visage and the Warmogs.
That's going to be crazy. That's going to be insane. We saw how much damage and how tanky Mundo was in the last game, but right now
Knockups.
we actually have
Knockups.
Gangplank getting rooted up, getting taunted. Is there anywhere for him to go? He has movement speed, but he's getting chased down by the Galio Flash.
Wait,
will he make
outplayed?
it out? No,
Oh.
the justice is prevailing.
Someone call All Might, but that's a crazy play coming out from CX by TTTT.
That was a great 2v1. Like, the CC was perfectly chained together, so Gangplank had nothing to do with his oranges, and he just took too much damage at the start to properly get away. Knowing Gangplank had no flash, everyone just single-gnawed him, and despite only having tanks and no damage dealers, it was enough damage. But meanwhile, Misfortune is actually being caught out here alone. Leon is not in range, and that is a solo kill for Tim Price. High-end Price, Tim Price.
High on Price, just honestly, look at that CDR. He E's, Q's, and his E's already back up again. And that's going to be a one dead Misfortune.
Very confident in that play. He had double... Oh, right now.
Misses the RE.
Double stun and high on Fam. William Fam being taken out here. And
Wait, he lives.
wait, no way! Does he actually get a... Windermere Secondary School cannot finish off this Victor. Everyone is dying from their side and they cannot do anything about it. That is 4 kills for Kitsilano.
That could be a Baron pickup right now. Baron has spawned. They do not have anything but.
This is the perfect time for Kitsilano. They are able to pick up this Baron. That'd be incredible because they were just behind a second ago. Unfortunately, High and Fam getting caught. Dwarf Sword getting caught in that gravity field. There was nothing else for them to do. There was nowhere for them to go, and they get sandwiched by the rest of the team.
High on Price moving up though.
I don't think he can do anything. He has no ultimate. He has no flash. And there is a smite coming from Ivan's side. He is trying his best to prevail, but nothing else happens.
And that's a Baron pickup with a 5-man. Even if it wasn't a like an ace at that time. Basically an ace.
That
5
was
for 0.
5-4-0 for Kitsilano. Picking up a free Baron in the process. Now Victor has 5 whole kills, a 500 gold bounty, and so much gold in his pocket that he has Ludens and a complete Hex Core.
That's looking very dangerous. But Windermere answering with taking down the mid tower though.
I mean, that's as much as they can get right now. As they fall into the backside of this game, they are not in the lead.
Mind you though, Vladimir didn't have R and anything, but
Was able to do that much damage.
he, yeah, with that much. And now just imagine that. Now he has Rabadons.
Now this is going to be insane.
The
So,
instant he gets stopwatch is the instant that he honestly wins every team fight.
it's basically Victor versus Vladimir right now. Whoever does more damage, whoever shoots their bullet first, whoever's the better cowboy basically wins the fight. But right now, the Cowboys' teammates are just trying to get vision. We could see them try to engage on Steven 604, but the rest of the team is here as well. Is there going to be engaged? They are actually engaging. The taunt
Vladimir
is
going in!
amazing from Galio, and the Vladimir is doing so much damage. Also,
Look at that
Misfortune
Vladimir!
is caught out. That is so much damage. That's
Triple kill!
triple kill.
Oh, never mind.
But that is still a 3-4-3 on all sides.
Oh my goodness, but that Ivan, honestly,
Oh, the
going in.
flashing.
Wait,
That's so
oh,
much healing. That's so much shielding.
Wow,
That is insane. Ivern doing so much work to keep his teammates alive, especially this Victor, who cannot die with him at his side.
Yep, this is looking quite dangerous for Windermere right now. That Victor Ivan duo is looking super strong.
There is a sword and there is a shield. Everything else does not matter. Everything
Oh my
about this
goodness.
Victor-Ivan combo is going to take over the game unless Vladimir has something to say about it.
Gangplank teleport coming out though.
William Pham. Okay, the Gangplank saving the life, but Steven 604.
Oh!
No! The snipe with the barrels. No one saw that one coming. But the Galio still on the chase. Did he chase too far though? He gets stunned up by the solar flare. Everyone is stitching him. And everyone has to leave the Galio to die on his own rights. Leona
Wow.
not done yet though with the flash and the solar blade. That's another kill going over for Kitsilano and the tower as well. It's only Vladimir and the injured Steven 604. Are they able to save this inhibitor? I don't believe so. Vladimir does have ultimate, but he does not survive this. And no one except for Leona. No, Leona actually
Leona
survives that. Everyone survives from Kitsilano's team.
Wow,
That is insane.
what a crazy turn of
They
events.
did not reset. They just won another fight just straight off that. Victor has not had to recall for how long?
I do not know. He's just healing back up everything right now.
He was
And
fu-
they're picking up the Ocean Drag right now.
This
And
is horrible.
is this their 4th dragon?
This
No,
is
it
horrible
can't.
for Windermere Secondary School. But Kitsilano is enjoying every second of it. There is another play trying to be forced, but the gravity field is doing so much right now, and Ivern is not taking as much damage,
Oh!
but there it is. And
Look at the damage.
there it is. The Leona trying to engage, trying to make some plays happen, but the root comes in as well. Will this misfortune fall? Victor has no mana, but everyone backs off safely. Finally, a force from Windermere Secondary School succeeds.
Finally overextending too much there. Biting off more than they could shoot, they lose 2 members. Kitsilano, but no bounties being dropped there though.
Nope. Victor did not die. Victor is still 8-0. 0 deaths to his name, and still buying more items. He just picked up a Mercury Shreds, a Blasting One, and a Haunting Guys in one.
That's gonna be crazy.
That is very scary. Right now, Windermere Secondary School was in the lead for a majority of this game, but everything just turned on its table for the Barons, for the inhibitor, for the Dragon.
And it being, Baron being spawned in a minute and 30 though. That's something to watch out for.
Exactly. But we can see how scary the gravity field is. No one can walk in it except for Mundo. Otherwise, the fight turns on its heels. And Kitsilano has a chance to make it.
Like they
2
have to
match
burst.
points.
Yeah, but they have to burst the Victor, but he has barrier and another barrier from Ivern
Not to mention Athene's and Holy Grail.
and Redemption.
Knight's Vow, Redemption. This is... I said there wouldn't be too much, but This is more than he could ever ask for, basically.
Oh, actually completing the Leandres right now. That's one dangerous 3-item completed Victor.
3 items for Victor. Not even Vladimir has that much. But is there anything that can be done to defend this top tower before this Baron spawns? But we could see that Misfortune can be singled out. Misfortune can be blown up. It's just that...
Misfortune's not even a threat at this
Exactly. You have the Gangplank, who is able to solo out the rest of your team. You have the Ivern Victor combo that we're talking about all game, which is just incredible. And the Leona just locking everyone up inside the gravity field, inside all the CC.
Well,
is there anything
wait,
to
looking
be
to
done?
go in.
There is unengaged onto the Misfortune. High on price on the back line here. Misfortune is blown up, but does take down Dwarf Destroyer. We do see the Leona go down, but
the turnaround.
That is a 3-4-3.
Victor being super healthy right now, though.
Victor's still full health. The Redemption being used, Knight's Vow being used, but Vladimir's too low, and there is super minions at Windermere Secondary School's base. They have to fall back. They cannot do anything else on this. Victor is still alive. 8-0-9. Part of 17 of the 20 kills on his team.
That's a huge threat right now. And if Windermere wins, if they can get the pick on Victor, and that's about it.
Yeah, killing Misfortune. Misfortune, even though she got locked down, she was still able to kill the Nautilus in time. So that she'll take those. So definitely, Kitsilano looking very strong in this game. Probably the ones to take the entire match point.
Right now, though, looks like they're looking to secure vision around the Baron.
Not much else they can do right now, as Baron is up and Dragon spawning in 1 minute. Windermere Secondary School struggling to get the vision they need. Otherwise, they'll get caught out by the Leona. They'll get caught out by the Ivern route. But they still might have a chance of winning this game. It'd be very hard. What the objective is clear. Kill the Victor. Everything after that falls into place. The only hard part is killing the Victor.
Yep.
I mean, how are you going to do it?
Yep. He's got 2 supports at this point.
And right
just
now,
for him.
Notice that I don't see any healing reduction. Not a single piece from Windermere Secondary School. And with Ivern's Chalice heal,
That's
just
dangerous,
insane.
yeah.
That's like so much, along with the Redemption. You would not be able to kill him in time. He is also level 16. His ultimate does so much damage at this point. But
honestly, though, this fight, like this next fight that's gonna happen soon. Oh my goodness, wait, is that the 4th dragon? I don't think so.
I hope it's not, but Kitsilano hopes it is.
Oh wait, they're trading the Baron right now.
Wait, this might be a smart play. Let's see how this turns out. The dragon is taken, but Galio is on the bot side. He's not with his team. He does have teleport though, so if needed, he can help his team.
Punch. Yes, that's Justice Punch.
Everyone is peeling off of the Baron because of the Gangplank ult. They know they are on it now. Mundo is the only one left here. Dodges, but is slowed down. The Galio ult comes in, and here comes the engage. He is rooted though. Tim Price not being able to do any damage. Dwarf Sword blown up, and they're not killing the Victor in time. He is still alive. The double kill coming in from this Misfortune before she goes down, and that is 5 kills hopefully for Kitsilano.
And that's an ace coming out.
I believe they can end off this, honestly. There's a chance. There's 20 seconds on Dwarf Destroyer.
But it's only on Nautilus. That's not going to be enough to actually 1v4.
There's not noticing that Gangplank does so much damage to these inhibitors, especially with his Trinity Force procs. Victor doing extra damage as well. Are they able to take this down? They only have 1 Nexus turret to clear before hitting the Nexus. They have so many minions as well. Here comes the damage in. Here comes the demolish as well.
Aftershock being procced, but that's not going to be enough.
I believe they're able to take this Nexus down. And will they do it? They kill off the Nautilus for the last time and take the 3rd game of the Grand Final Series. No! Congratulations. to Kitsilano, bringing this to match point in a convincing comeback fashion with their unique strat of having Ivern and Victor taking over the game.
Look at that. Look at that kill participation on Orca 99 with that Victor.
What an insane monster play. But we will be back later on to show you the 4th game of the series, brought to you at the Gaming Stadium and hosted by Metro Vancouver Secondary School Esports Association. We'll be right back in 5 minutes or so.
Can you guys hear me?
Welcome back. This is game 4, match point. Okay, for Kitsilano.
Hello? Oh, wait. It's actually working. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, actually, bit of a technical difficulty right now coming up from Windermere's side.
Yes, just waiting to get into the 4th match of our day. Kitsilano 2-1 leading the series. If they win this game, they are your MVSSEA 2019 League of Legends champions. We'll see if they can make the final push. We're back at the gaming stadium. Our very gracious and generous hosts.
I do not tolerate cowardice. I'm absolutely.
We find ourselves back in Champion Select, perhaps the last of the day, and some of the same familiar bands coming back out. The Heimerdinger, giving respect to that pick. The Ezreal. The champions that won the respective games for these two teams, Windermere and Kitsilano.
Look at that, though. Vladimir being banned.
Yeah. Even though the Vladimir was not victorious in the last game, they respected that threat of high in price enough to not want to deal with it. A very strong scaling pick. Almost turning the game in Windermere's favor, but not quite enough.
Hello? Is that better? I thought it was too... anyways, wow. Leona being picked up again. Gangplank also. They haven't found out the Gangplank at all.
No, they haven't. They don't seem to respect the pick, but it really showed up last game and bit Windermere in the back when they tried to trade the Baron for the Dragon, but that ult alone, no members of Kitsilano had to be there. It was just the Gangplank ult that forced Windermere off the Baron and caused their loss. But we do have high in price on the Shen, his other signature pick here, seeing his Vladimir banned out. This Shen won Windermere game 2 of the series, so we'll see what it does here. Windermere's backs are against the wall. If they lose this game, that's it. Kitsilano would have won the tournament.
But they do have that comeback factor though. To them. Rise being picked up by Orca 99, and Cassin being bound out right away, not wanting to face that funnel.
Rise a power pick in this meta for sure. A lot of scaling power on the side of Kitsilano, the Gangplank and the Rise. We'll have to see what the response by Windermere is. If they want to bring in the scaling of their own, they have the Kaisa to do that. Play a classic front-to-back comp.
Mundo actually being banned out, targeting Steven 604.
I do like that because you don't want, if you're Kitsilano, Windermere to get too tanky.
Ivan being banned out also on the respective other side towards Kits. That Ivan being a monster.
Very reactive draft by these two teams, banning the champions that caused them to lose the games that they lost. Ivern, Heimerdinger, Mundo, Ezreal, in fact.
Zaya's being picked. Oh, actually Vayne, the other champion that Taquito Boy actually plays.
And I really like the Vayne pick. We have not seen it yet from Taquito Boy, but not only does it scale very well, it is very good at taking down the beefy tank champions that Windermere has this affinity for. I would argue that in game 2, it is the tankiness of
it's the Kled.
the Kled. I'm assuming that's going to the mid lane. The Shen can go to no other but high iron price, so we're going to see CXY see what he can do with the pick that Okra99 took in the first game.
Aggressive jungle being picked up by Steven 604 on that Rek'Sai.
I actually like this mid jungle duo a lot by Windermere. This puts out a lot of early pressure. We saw how much Okra99 could do with the Kled, and paired with such an early jungler like the Rek'Sai, you're going to be doing a lot of damage.
Jarvan, again, picked up by Snore Laxatives.
I believe that's 3 games played by Jarvan on Snorlaxative this series. I'm interested to see that it hasn't been banned out by Windermere or even stolen. They let him on that pick. We'll see the consequences that has this game. And this could be our very last draft of the series here at the gaming stadium. Both teams drafting very heavy scaling, but I would put the late game in favor of Kitsilano for sure.
Yeah, with that Gangplank, Vayne, Rise.
All 3 laners so powerful in the late game, and you see Kled and Rek'Sai, who are unfortunately going to fall off for Windermere. So they have to abuse that early power they have in the mid-jungle duo, and perhaps you get the Nautilus in there, mobility boots, roaming as a 3-man death squad. I want to see some dives happen. That's where the strength lies, in the Nautilus with Aftershock, in the Kled with his burrowing and knockups, and, with the Rek'Sai with his burrowing and knockups, and the Kled with his dismount makes for really, really easy dives.
Also, a lot of global pressure with both Shen and GP. Both having technically global ults.
Shen, Gangplank, even Kled and Kaisa, you could argue, get you across the map from quite a distance away. So we'll have to see how these teams utilize their global pressure.
But this could be very dangerous, especially with a Rise, like, not a great early game champ.
No.
Compared to someone like a Kled.
That's right.
Instant he gets level 2, he's just gonna land the E into the Q as Kled, and then he's gonna probably chunk out Rise super hard there.
You see him taking the Ignite. This Kled wants to play not only a lane dominant style, but just a dominant style in the early game. That Ignite doesn't have to be used just for Rise, but when he roams as well. Roaming is the name of the game. If you're a mid laner who only stays in the mid lane, does not look out beyond his own lane, that's a fatal error. You have to be a roamer.
They have so much pressure though on Windermere's side. Look at all their champions. Just look at that. Shen, Rek'Sai, Kled, Kaisa, Nautilus. They have so much die potential. And then you have someone like Vayne, who's like, yeah, but like so squishy, you know? It's not a great it's not like a champion like Kaisa where she can like use arc to like shield herself. She only has it for invisibility.
And there's not the most telegraphed forms of, or easy-use forms of disengage by Kitsilano. If Vayne is being dived by Windermere, they have to play quite well, Kitsilano does, if they want her to survive.
But also, Jarvan and Rek'Sai both early game champions. It's going to be a really jungle heavy game this
Yes.
game.
We'll have to see about the jungle difference. Who outperforms who in this perhaps final game of the series, I keep saying.
This could be it. This could be a 3-1 coming out from Kitsilano. Or it could be the 2-2, the comeback into a Game 5 Silver Scrapes.
Windermere is hoping for the Silver Scrapes. They are hoping to make it happen. And they're going to have to shut down this game early before Rise and Gangplank get too out of control. They don't have the Vladimir, that crazy scaling force of nature in the late game. They have the Shen instead, and while he provides a lot of global pressure in trade, it's not going to scale that well into the late game as easily. We have to pay attention to the lane assignments and how these champions play when their teleports, their global ultimates are down.
The only late game assurance that Windermere does have is Kai'Sa.
Kai'Sa for sure, yes.
But then she's basically alone in this late game race against Vayne, who can also probably match. And you also have a Rise. And you also have a GP, which is way better later compared to someone like a Shen.
That's right. With the recent Kai'Sa nerfs to her late game, not that recent, it is just much more difficult to be the 1v9 champion you used to be. If this game goes to 40 minutes, HiAmFam is going to have a very, very rough time. But this could be his game to shine and turn this around. To reload onto the Rift. We'll see if Kitsilano goes for some of those sneaky invades they've been going for in games 1 and 2, or if they want to play a more stable game, seeing that they have the scaling advantage.
1-2 right now. Looks like they're just looking to play defensively. Both teams right now just looking to spot out each of the enemy laners. Ward being dropped in the pixel bush actually.
Fanning out Windermere to respect that the invade tendencies that Kitsilano have. Now I'd like to note the electrocute on the Jarvan. I kind of like this because when you note the power of the Rek'Sai early game as we have, we want to also have the strong early game of the Jarvan to match that. And if you have Conqueror instead of electrocute, you're not going to be as strong. So I like that he takes electrocute here just to try and match the Rek'Sai in dueling and perhaps in 2v2 or even 3v3 skirmishes this early game.
And also Jarvan's goal early is just to put early pressure, but late game is just to land that juicy ult, that cataclysm, locking down multiple members of the Windermere squad. And that just puts, and then that paired up with GPR into GP barrels, that's one deadly combo right there.
That's exactly right. If you land all your AoE spells, Windermere is gone. That's what happens in the late game, should Kitsilano get there.
Ooh. Rise opting to go W level 1, I mean. That means that he's not gonna have he's gonna have EW instead of EQ. So that means he's just looking to play safe.
Not a bad idea, in fact, because Kled does want to go in at level 2. He wants to gain it as much as an advantage over this Rise as possible. And if a level 2 Rise starts E and W, all he needs to do is press E, press W. There's no skill shots in that combo, and Kled is snared. He cannot continue his advance.
Oh, high on price reaching level 2 first. This could be an easy dash in. Ooh, you're looking to put on damage right now.
That's going to take some corrupting pot charges off of the Gangplank. Jarvan and Rek'Sai up in this top side, perhaps looking for a 2v2. Is that a skirmish I see down there?
Looks like he is.
For assistance.
Oh, never mind. Not catching out the Jarvan right there. Jarvan actually going for the early game red tricking. Also the same for going for Steven 604. Both junglers actually looking to get sweepers instead of actual control wards.
That's right.
Regular wards, I mean.
I would like to remind the viewers that this is patch 9.24. And that means that the little ward trick where you can reduce the cooldown of your trinket by switching to red after using the ward does not exist anymore. It is a normal cooldown, and Steven 604 is gaining no advantage.
But look at this right now. Look at top lane. Oh, actually look at mid lane. Oh, doesn't land the bear trap on the rope. That's gonna be big damage coming out.
Okra 99 on the rise though. Going low on mana, he has to be conservative at this point. Maybe setting up a nice freeze if he can stop this slow push at the right time would be optimal. And maybe set up a gank for the Jarvan who's hanging around counter jungling just a little bit. You would be hard pressed to find a kill on the Kled who has his mount and slash available, and here on the top side. Flash for flash expended. Gank like standing still, a flash taunt.
Nice W. With the
They cannot continue the dive.
2 flashes being burnt.
4-1. The Gangplank absorbing that pressure well. Now the bot side for Kitsilano, knowing that Rek'Sai is on the top side of the map, can breathe a little bit easier. I'd like to also mention that I believe this is one of the first games that Taquito Boy is on a traditional, not long-range AD carry, and he's going to be on even footing in this laning phase versus High-Am Fam. The rank differential has not had as much of an impact as I predicted in this match, but maybe we'll see it here in the bottom lane. We'll see Biscuits. A recall cancelled. Rise maybe a little upset there. Recalling for his tier. Just trying to get the start on his scaling. Just chilling he is.
But look at the CS lead that already. Even though Taquito Boy is actually pushing in High and Fam and Dwarf Destroyer, look at the CS lead right now. They're both even, but look how much CS that the red team, the blue teams can still get.
They can set up a nice freeze here. 3 caster minions will suffice. If the Kitsilano bot lane recalls here, Windermere can put the wave in a very disadvantageous position for Kitsilano, so they're forced to stay around. It's fine, though. They have Biscuits available. Nothing has been expended in this lane. It's just farming. And this is where High-Am Fam is going to shine.
Oh, Jarvan actually looking to rotate bot right now. Oh, actually going for the dragon instead.
Spawned just 30 seconds ago and already having this objective control. All series long, Snorlax, the jungler of Kitsilano, has been on point with his objective control. Just racking up dragons, getting, I think, the only dragon souls in the series. Windermere has gotten none. But he's backed off and gone up to his raptors now.
Even though, like, look at the CS leads coming out from all laners across the board for Windermere. Like, even though he's getting, High-Am price is getting pushed in right now, look how much CS he still has to get compared to, like, the Gangplank. It's just so crazy.
It's just simply a matter of farming more diligently, more accurately, and maybe you could argue unlucky from Kitsilano, because sometimes you do just have those games where you just can't manage to last hit any cannon minions or farm under tower. And perhaps Kitsilano is a victim of that right now. But unless Windermere translates that into tangible item leads and forces their item advantage, the CS lead cannot mean too much.
But also, look at the gold lead right now. It's a 600 gold lead just because of CS lead. Look at that. Already basically 10 CS up on the mid lane. Oh, actually going in right now. The pulse being landed. That's going to be a big...
Getting out. Flash
my
hook
goodness.
goes wide. Rise flashing his mastery. Just trying to get a little bit of a mental advantage there.
Big brain play coming out from Dwarf Destroyer.
Trying to go for those roams. Unfortunately unsuccessful for Windermere. Kled just not stopping.
Look at that damage.
Advance. He has the ignite. Gets it off. Wound, will it be enough? Oh.
Wow.
It looks like Okra 99 survives with a sliver of health, but the priority that Kled had in the mid lane allowed Steven 604, the jungler of Windermere, to get his hands on the first dragon of the game. There's the objective control we're looking for from this Diamond 2 high win rate jungler, champion ocean player. But
High-Am price actually pushing in Extrinity right now.
you see the CS lead, but this should even out a little bit once this wave crashes and X-Trinity collects. The barrel is doing quite a bit of work, but with no damage items, not too much damage.
That's going to be a free back, though, for High-Am price. Look how much minions he just X-Trinity needs to clear already.
When you crash a big wave like that, you get a free cheater recall. That's just good wave management from this decorated top laner of Windermere secondary. And we've had a lot less action in this early game relative to the other games in this series. I would believe both teams realizing the gravity of the situation. Match point in favor of Kitsilano. Both taking it just a little bit easy.
Oh. Actually, Snorlax is being chunked out, but look at this dive.
Junglers
Good
on
look
the
at the back,
outside of the
though.
map.
Yep.
Wanting to set something up, Windermere is in the bottom lane. Is Kitsilano going to fall for it? With the map dark and no eyes on Steven604, do they recognize the possibility that he could be in the bottom bush as he is? Just waiting, but he's recalled already.
It could have been, he could have been like spotted out.
You are right. I don't see any words currently from Kitsilano, but it was smart of them to respect that potential.
Something was off. Yep. Oh,
Gut
landing the
feeling.
bear trap. That's gonna be big damage. Look at that.
No ignite, but can he do it? Doesn't want to expend the ultimate, doesn't want to go further.
That's
Everyone on edge this game.
big damage though. Big damage coming out from X Trinity. Also, jungler actually rotating right now.
Both junglers in the top side. Is this going to be a fight in the top lane or over the Rift Herald? We'll have to see. As Jarman's moving up.
Oh, that could be a kill.
Oh, the Gangplank ult. Not going to be enough. The Rift Herald will not
Rift Herald.
strike.
Oh, nice
Flash.
flash. That could be a kill. Looks like that is first blood. Going over to Steven604 with that landing that nice combo into the R.
High and Price baiting that really well, living for just long enough for Steven604 to arrive in time. And Jarvan has got to be feeling bad about that one. Even the Gangplank ult, everything just not quite enough.
Rift Herald miraculously not going for high on price. It's like it's a Windermere.
Windermere Rift Herald. That's what it is.
Yeah, you heard of C9 Blue Sentinel. It's time for the Windermere Rift Herald. We got a 6v5 in Summoner's Rift right now.
Well, it looks like Windermere is going to kill the Rift Herald right now and lose their 6v5 advantage. I suppose they want the plating gold instead of their 6th honorary member of the team. As in the bot lane, we
Rift Herald being picked up.
notice the CS going even. A very low action.
Oh, R landing down.
Now.
Bit of a safety R right there, ensuring that they're not gonna die. Actually, oh, high end time going in with the R. That's gonna be, oh my goodness, flash for flash. Kled R going drop down. This could be a kill at least for one. Oh, that was, oh my goodness. Wow, what a disengage coming out from both members of Kitsilano, but being forced to use all of their summoners.
Well played by Kitsilano. That's quite a trade there. Many ultimates from Windermere, including the Kled, the Shen. Gangplank just getting 3 plates, gold, experience in the top lane. Price does have his teleport to return to the top lane if he sees fit, but he's just going to walk back up.
Looks like he's just gonna save it for the dragon fight that's about to happen.
Wanting to sustain the teleport advantage he still has. Gangplank does not have his for at least 4 minutes.
Oh, actually clips him that little bit.
Can't continue the trade with all the minions nearby. And it looks like Gangplank wants to reset anyways. So we'll see how the teams shape up around this dragon. It's either Windermere getting their 2nd of the game or Kitsilano tying it up in terms of dragons.
A 1k gold lead going up to Windermere. Probably onto the Rek'Sai with a 15 CS lead and a kill up. This could be very dangerous.
When you're 2 levels up, this Rek'Sai over the Jarvan, it becomes a very difficult 50-50 smite war between the two junglers. I would even go so far as to say a 80-20 in favor of Steven604 just due to level difference alone, and it doesn't look like Kitsilano wants to contest this.
Mind you, this is gonna turn. This could turn into a 5v4. GP has no teleport there,
That's
but Shen
right.
does have it.
So Kitsilano respecting that as well, cognizant of the resources available on the other side of the map. Smart decision making. You concede what you have to, and as always, they're going to outscale.
Oh, that's very dangerous. You can't greed for that when there's 5 members up there. And Shen actually teleporting there, but that's too much of insurance there. That's going to be a wasted teleport. X Trinity picking up all this farm and also picking up a few turret platings. That GP is looking super strong.
Yes. With the
GP actually using the R to clear the mid lane wave, and looking to clear the just destroy the first top tower.
with that unnecessary Shen teleport, you have to wonder if Windermere is nervous in this game where it's one loss and they're knocked out of the tournament. So that's just going to be
570.
the first blood turret going over the Gangplank, who's going to be very strong, starting his scaling now unless his Rek'Sai gank makes it. Oh, dropped to 1 HP. The orange to bring him back up to health. Auto-attacked once more, but not enough from Steven604. 2-0-0, not able to make that 3-0-0.
Barely living with a sliver of health. Already a Trinity Force 14 minutes in. That's pretty nutty.
That is a major power spike for the Gangplank, and a lot of that comes from Shen, the Heim Price, leaving the lane to go assist the team.
Oh, this is very dangerous. Cataclysm dropped out? No. Doesn't opt to go in all in onto that Shen, even though he's jumped.
And he did not have flash either. Maybe a lack of communication there from Kitsilano. I believe he could have killed knowing that Heim Price did not have those resources available.
Yeah, phase rush is very annoying for someone like Kled who needs to go all in.
Really just denying the early advantages he would want to gain. He is 20 CS up, but it's not an advantage. Hold that thought.
Wait, he's going in. Shen are being dropped right now. Wait, that's a very low. Wait, but that could be a... Oh, no, that's very dangerous.
Oh,
that's
stunned
2
under
for
the
1.
turret. Vayne continuing the advance. Here
Wait, Kled R? Kled R?
Heim Fan very low. That's a heal on both sides. Here's Kled going for the dive. The D-mount will save him. Oh, but a 3-4-2 in the end for Kitsilano.
Wow. What a... Honestly...
And Gangplank continues pushing the tower top lane as he's been doing all game.
Wait, this could be it. Can he He's getting juked out. Wait, but he could get the
Ryze
remount.
getting low on mana. Oh,
He gets the remount. He gets the remount, but that's not it.
There's
Leona's there
to
to save him.
deter that Kled from going further.
Wait, this could be... Wait. Ryze no mana. Ryze no mana.
Up to no end.
Oh, Steven
And
604.
3 members of Kitsilano. And
This Ryze just being so strong right now. 300 gold bounty with a 3-0 right now.
not only the Ryze is getting strong, but also the Gangplank, who has just had free time in the top lane to farm, to get plates, do whatever he wants, while Shen makes some botched attempts to roam down with his global pressure.
Right now, they must be feeling kind of flustered. They need to take time to breathe.
This is the start of the scaling that Kitsilano wants to get on. They want to win this game, which it looks like they're on the road to doing for sure. Ryze almost 2 items. Major power spikes being hit in items and levels. Both Gangplank and the Ryze have passed level 11, level 2 ults. That increases Ryze's critical strike damage on his EQ combo. That's going to give him a lot of burst damage.
Cloud Drag actually spawning soon. 30 seconds. High on Price still not having any of his teleports being up. This could be very dangerous. GP actually using his teleport right now.
So if you're Windermere and you see that you're getting outscaled already at 17 minutes in, the gold is too even, in fact, in favor of Kitsilano for you to be comfortable. You have 2 dragons. I think your win condition is to play through these dragon fights. Just assert as much control over the dragons as possible and try and win through the soul. In the preseason patch, a very, very strong permanent buff. If you get the dragon soul, maybe you can compete with the innate scaling of Kitsilano.
But they need something more like Ocean Drag, which is a very insane dragon.
The Cloud Soul, I would argue, one of the weaker ones, and very situational depending on the champions you have picked.
Oh, look at that gold lead. Like, High on Price is not even having a full item right now.
Has roamed bot too much with his ultimates, trying to make things happen, but unsuccessful. You see he's 40 CS down the gangplank, and now this dragon going over to Kitsilano. Steven trying to make the steal happen.
That's not going to be great. Oh, actually jumping onto Snorlaxidus. That could be a kill. He gets pulled back. Wait a second. Wait, they ult in, but this could be a oh my goodness. Never mind.
Just pops to the rise.
Shen actually, oh my goodness, look at the damage that's just not being dropped right now. Kled gonna be dropped also. That's a kill picked up. And Shen just not being, like, no R, no teleport being able to use. He did use the Stand United, but one of the members died too quick before he can get there.
That's right, that's one of the dangers of using the Shen ultimate. You have to trust your teammate to survive if you want to get into the fight and use your taunt and your zone control, as the tank of the team couldn't make it happen. And I don't want to speak too early, but this is looking like a Kits win.
Situation, yep. Look at that rise, 6-0 right now.
Okra99 has really been on point the entire series. Windermere has not found a good answer to put a stop to him. First game on the Kled, dominant. Third game on the Victor, dominant. Victor is not even a strong champion here in the 6th game.
Wait, that could be a kill picked up though. Wait, with the heal, that's a lot of damage negated with just the heal. Wow, look at that damage coming out from Vayne. Just those 3 procs has already chunked out both High and Fam and Steven 604. Oh my goodness.
If you're Windermere, you have to be feeling really frustrated right now. You have to make something happen. You have to find a way to turn this around. And in the face of so much scaling, such a fed Rise, who's just going to get stronger and stronger. What can Windermere do as their own champions fall off? The Kled, the Rek'Sai.
Who knows, but maybe if they can find a pick, that's like, they're really good at that. They can find a pick with all their champions that they
That could be the answer. Playing guerrilla warfare, moving as 5 around the jungle, playing with vision.
GP super strong right now, picking up the Essence Reaver and Trinity Force. Maxed out CDR, and also starting to get those crits. Looking very dangerous.
2 items on the gangplank, almost 2 items on the Vayne. More than 2 items on the Rise. He will have his Seraph's Embrace soon.
Looking to get very strong. Actually, Rise picking up both the Ninja Tabbies and looking towards the Righteous Glory. Buying both the Cloth Armor and the Mana Crystal.
The Do and Be special, I like that a lot because you look at the damage mix from Windermere secondary, they are very heavily loaded on attack damage. The Kai'Sa has the option to go for a more AP-based build, but that's only going to come in a few items, and for now they are dealing primarily attack damage. So the Righteous Glory and the Ninja Tabbies both make a lot of sense, but he could be caught out here.
Wait, this could be a kill. They're looking to overload right now. Look at the damage, and that's a kill picked up by High Fam. That's great. That's big.
900 gold bounty going over to him. He's already a 2-item Kai'Sa, and this could be just what Windermere needs to turn the game on its head. Can they continue the advance? They'd have to push fast, and they'd have to push now. Up in the top lane.
Oh, nice.
Decisive play.
E. That's another kill. Picked up by High Fam on Snorlaxidus.
Still going
great play. Wow. They're just looking to clean up the fight right now. And that's, oh my goodness. And that's a 3-4-0. Going off first off of pick on Rise. And that could be Baron.
Windermere's eyes are wide open. They are looking to turn this game. They recognize what the situation is, and they are just go, go, go. Kill after kill.
Rise having the teleporting to the mid lane.
Catching out the bot lane here. What can the Kled do with the Vayne?
Wait. Oh my goodness, wait. Dwarf Destroyer actually being dropped. It's looking very dangerous.
Not tanky enough. Windermere is forced off the Baron. Too aggressive. Trying too hard to force, and it's just about that balance.
If they just had enough damage, they would have been able to do it. But Rise with the teleport, that was just enough to drive Windermere off the Baron. If he didn't have teleport, that could have been a Windermere Baron right there. But still, not too bad. 3-4-1 overall. And a really big bounty picked up by High Fam.
That's right. You see High Fam going for the 3rd item, the Nashor's Tooth, AP build, as I was saying.
Really smart, actually, since the biggest threat on their on Kitsilano team is starting to build armor, and they're just building armor straight up.
That's right. So Kitsilano has to find a way to deal with this Kai'Sa now. The game becomes a little more trickier for the moment as they continue to try to scale their way through this game. The Kai'Sa is going to put a stop to that as best she can.
Steven 604 around right now. Also, Snore Laxatives both looking to get the jungle for the Dragon Smite.
Would be the third
GP
dragon
art
for
being
Windermere.
dropped down. But this is a very big dragon for both all their ults right now. Wait, Dwarf Destroyer being caught out right now, but able to live with the aftershock proc. Oh my goodness, Steven 604
Hi, fam, going in.
Hi, fam. Look at that damage that's being split out. Snore Laxatives won't be able to escape out of this. This won't
But
be
look
a
at
kill.
Gangplank in the top lane. Isn't it a free inhibitor for Kitsilano?
That's 2 for 1.
Putting up a fight in the 4v5 scenario Kitsilano did and stopping the recalls. Is Gangplank going to try to end the game?
Looks like he
8
is.
seconds on the recall.
Shen actually using the teleport.
Shen. The Rise here to stop the recalls.
Wait,
of the
that's
other
big
members.
damage. He has to gotta watch out.
This is the Gangplank teleport. The backdoor is called
Oh
off.
my goodness, him cutting out a vision just managed to just like dodge all the juice. The flash!
Not going to get the remount.
Not enough. Not
Trying to
enough
make the hero
courage.
plays happen in this perhaps last pivotal game of the best of 5 grand finals at the gaming stadium. The second dragon of the game over to Kits, evened up 2-2 in dragons.
Another cloud being spawned.
And Windermere is knocked back on the ground after they looked like they were resuscitated by a bounty, 900 gold given to Haim Pham. He has 3 items now and a stopwatch. They can still play through him with the top lane inhibitor down.
This
It is
is
difficult.
surprisingly though, they're not too behind for Windermere considering their early game team comp right now. Haim Pham actually popping off with like now looking at his items, he's gonna be super strong.
That's right.
Like as you said.
He's done a lot of work in the last 2 team fights, but he's going to have to do more as the game goes on. You see Gangplank with what I believe is going to be 100% critical strike chance soon. This is the new meta build for crit champions. You just stack cloaks of agility until you reach 100% critical strike chance.
Oh, that's looking very dangerous. Dwarf Destroyer being caught out, and that's gonna be a stun.
A 5v4.
And a kill.
And Kitsilano wants to look onto the Baron. They don't want to give Windermere a chance in this game.
And that is very dangerous. Look at how much damage they're doing with the
Windermere
Bane.
cannot contest. They're not even going to try.
And that's a Baron picked up by the enemy team.
Now, where does Windermere make their last stand? They've given the Baron. They've given the top lane inhibitor. They have to make something happen if they want to stay in this tournament. This is their last chance.
They do have to make a miracle play here, looking for a pick on a very important target. But look at Jarvan's items.
Oh, yeah.
It's going for a second
Guardian.
item, Guardians.
Guardian Angel, and he has the Elixir in inventory. It is clear to see Kitch wants to end the game now. They don't need the scaling advantage. With this Baron, they could look to close the game and be the MVSSEA 2019 League of Legends champions.
They are
that's-
gonna need to find a pick though. GP actually looking to split. Does have the R up though. And that's a level 3 GPR. Probably with like stacked up with also the passives that he can get. That's gonna be very dangerous.
And as you were saying, Windermere, a miracle play is for sure what they will need. You have to get through so much of Kit's resources. The Guardian Angel on the Jarvan. So much health on the Rise. The Seraph's Embrace shield, Frozen Heart armor, Ninja Tabi's armor. I mean,
Wait,
we gotta catch
that's
on the
a
Jarvan.
pick, that's
The
a
GA
kill.
is down.
Wait, 3-man knockup.
And the
And
Jarvan's
that's
gonna
one
drop.
dead Snore Laxatives.
5 versus 4 scenario for Windermere secondary. Steven looking for more, but he's alone.
That's
Here's
not
the
good.
Collateral from the back.
Oh, nice.
Blast cone throwing everyone around.
And that's gonna be another kill going over to X Trinity on that GP.
Kitsilano turning that fight. Windermere only has 3 members left alive, and the death timers are upwards of 30 seconds. Leona going with the Zenith Blade.
Big damage coming out from Haim Pham though.
Snared
Goes
up by the Rise,
in
has
with
to go to the gold.
the flash. That's
Can
nice
ult Elf,
dash
he's
coming out
going
from
to
Haim Pham.
drop.
Oh, that's big damage coming out from GP. 1 empowered auto and that's 1 dead. Oh my goodness. That could be game right now.
On the bot lane inhibitor, they have the wave. Steven 604 and Dwarf Destroyer 1 coming up in a matter of seconds, but they are on the Nexus turrets. They have demolished procs.
Oh,
Hook lands. Can they make this 3v3 happen?
looks like Steven 604 is just opting to go on to X-Trinity right now. That could be a kill.
Windermere is turning this gold
stopwatch.
golden, but Rise is still full health, full mana.
Oh my god, that
Flash
damage.
out.
One turret down right now.
It's one Nexus turret and a Nexus away.
Snorlaxative's looking to just come in.
But with High and Fam up in 2 seconds, all Kitsilano can do is take the mid lane inhibitor tower and look for a reset. They are so close right now.
They could taste the victory. Just picking out these fights in the jungle. Well played coming out for Kitsilano with the blast cone to separate both the Kled and just like basically negating their big team fight R's. The ultimates just being used for nothing, disengaging with just one blast cone and then just immediately turning back onto that one person and just managed to pick up basically 3 kills there.
It was beginning to look like Windermere would turn that too with the initial pick on a Jarvan, but going too hard, overforcing after that.
And wow. Looking to pick up the Cloud Soul. Not yet, one more actually. And it's just like every member on Kitsilano just looking super strong.
That's right, they reached their pivotal items long ago. All carries on the side of Kitsilano with 3 items or more. All they have to do is put the nail in the coffin. Can they do it?
Look at that damage. Look at that damage.
Ult.
High on Fan being forced to R out. I mean, to flash.
And no one on Windermere wants to contest him. Kitsilano can now move his 5. All 3 inhibitors going to drop, and 1 Nexus turret. It's the remaining structure for the side of Windermere. A hook lands onto the Jarvan, no Guardian Angel.
That's one dead Jarvan. Wait.
I'm Fam going in strong. It's a 5v3. Can Windermere make the miracle play happen?
Vayne making big plays. Oh, that's me one.
A triple kill. And Rise is the only member left standing of Kitsilano. A completely botched attempt by Windermere, by Kitsilano to close out the game. You're gonna have to back off, recollect their thoughts, and maybe hope for the Baron spawn in 1 minute to help them close out this game. Because that was just...
That was a not very well played coming out from Kitsilano there. That was kind of a wow. And they're just bases in shambles right now. 3 inhibs down, and basically only 1 Nexus turret up right now. Baron being spawned in 40 seconds. If they pick up the Baron, that looks like to be the game closing play.
We're going to actually see if Windermere is hoping to contest this. Surely they realize if this Baron goes over and all they have is 1 Nexus turret, 0 inhibitors, super minions coming in from all 3 lanes, the Baron is surely a death sentence for Windermere. But it's going to be so difficult to contest this objective with all the vision control Kitsilano has.
3 control wards in like very close approximate. Oh my goodness, Fam caught out.
Stunned up. He's golden, but there's the Shen ult.
Okay, nice. Gets out with
that alive.
Yep. Oh my goodness, but gets killed by the... Oh my goodness. And looks like that's 3 kills picked up. Looks like that's going to be game.
What can
4 members about to die.
Teleport into
Rise
the
actually
base.
teleporting into the base. Like you said, this could be the game. This is the game-ending play, looks like. With only 1 member up for Windermere, looks like this is GG's for Kits.
Windermere put up a fight as best they could, but that's the surrender coming out from Windermere secondary. Kits win, and Kitsilano Secondary School are your 2019 Metro Vancouver Secondary School Esports Association League of Legends champions.
Well played from both teams, but just Kitsilano just managing to just get a win after win after win, and just managed to just translate a lead into game-ending plays.
Definitely the better team on the day here. where it mattered at the gaming stadium.
Thank you to TGS for hosting this wonderful event for the MVSSEA League Fall League. Correct.
You're
yes.
correct. You're correct.
Yep. Thank you
I'm
to TGS.
speechless.
Yep.
My predictions were completely wrong. Kitsilano showed up and proved that they were just the better team.
Anyways,
Thank
one
you
more
so much
reminder.
for watching.
TGS, the gaming stadium, is the first of its kind esports stadium in Richmond, BC, Canada. TGS is custom built from the ground up with one purpose in mind: build the best damn place to watch and play your favorite esports. TGS aims to provide a gaming facility that offers a variety of events for a wide range of audiences. Some of the event activities that they host include tournaments, viewing parties, after-school programs, coaching and training, community events, and that's it. Thank you for TGS for hosting, like I said, this event yet again. I'm one of your casters, Sarek, and this is...
Happy Heart.
And I am Jordan Tang, the last guy.
Yep. Anyways, thanks for watching this. GG's to Kitsilano.